Hey there! Welcome to Strixhaven Ilandara. I accidentally did not start the stream with a starting soon thing. So I'm going to put that on, and then I'll be back in like 3 minutes.
It's too late.
Uh,
I just roll with it. Like,
Smooth.
we're all
bye! Hey, and welcome to Strixhaven Ilandara. I am your DM, Emerson, and you have not seen me earlier in this stream. This is the first time that I've shown up. Yeah, I didn't accidentally start the stream on the wrong page, not at all. It is the day after Halloween, so we all are being our best spooky selves and dressing up. I am wearing a Renaissance-y shirt that I got from the Renaissance Fair, but I have a little statue of Michelangelo's David, so I am being Michelangelo. It makes sense. We just don't question it too hard. And then we obviously have the amazing Trent, the illustrious Dylan, back with us after about a month or so. The amazing Deja, the spooky Alexa. I only have like 5 adjectives, so I realized I was about to start repeating them. The radiant Carly, and the mysterious Melody. Why Melody's the only one I did an alliteration for? That was a mistake. Everyone deserved alliterations. But nevertheless, this is our party. When we last left off, our players were no longer in Strixhaven. After a fiasco in an underground, I guess, secret place, so detailed, almost like a secret magical item storage facility, sort of. Facility might be too big of a word. It was a glorified room. But in these catacombs underneath one of the college campuses, an event with a arcane crystal of some kind and some wild magic hurtled our group into a different plane of existence, where they found themselves on the Radiant Citadel, a big city built on a shard of bone around a massive floating gem of some kind, essentially a massive diamond, known as the Oral Diamond. Auroral diamond, not oral. That would be a mouth diamond. But after kind of figuring out where they are officially, kind of the bureaucracy noting that they're here and setting up an appointment with a representative that can hopefully get them home, our party is now at a night market, the Dinsung night market. It's a day. And they are trying to settle a dispute between two vendors, specifically the Tianmo Noodle stall, run by a gnome family, and the Shungun family seafood, run by a kobold family. Apparently, they both accuse each other of sabotaging their affairs. You guys were focusing on that. You met a few people like the Spicy Brothers, one of which didn't really want you guys to participate in the events here, but they were leading an event. You guys, regardless, participated in that event in particular. Kaerthana won, as well as Evelina, and you guys got big bushels of peppers, big baskets, not barrels. Bushel. I'm having a hard time with words today, but you guys got lots of peppers. You also managed to get 1 point of renown with the night market, meaning people kind of know you in this night market. And yeah, after the event, Gammon, the little kobold boy who was kind of following you guys around to spy on you, and then just slowly like inserted himself into your group during the competition. He scampered off after the event because apparently their stall, one of the legs gave out, so he has to go and help sort of fix that real quick. Another sign of, as he puts it, sabotage. And then, yeah. What are you guys up to? There are 2 more events you can partake in the center of the night market. There are also more stalls you can buy stuff from. You can investigate. You can ask people about the rivalry between the 2 stalls. You can also completely ignore investigating the stalls, though you will get 100 gold from the Shungun family seafood, apparently, if you get to the bottom of this. But if you win the hide and seek, whatever that means, game, you get a bolt of really nice silk. And then the other game, the battle prawns, the shrimpening, you don't really know what you get from that, but you can guess it's probably a really good meal. But who knows? You hear some very noisy kitchen sounds coming from the battle prawns tent. And you're pretty sure at one point that was a sword clash, not a kitchen cleaver, but you're not entirely sure. There's also the sound of sizzling and splashing and just lots of noises. The other tent on the other side instead looks very calm and serene. What do you guys want to do? I also think the music completely stopped on us. So that's fun. It was playing great until we started the stream. So it knows. I'm convinced it
It
knows.
knows.
It's like
It
when you
knows.
need to print something and your printer worked totally fine until it's like 5 minutes before class, because it can smell fear. That's what this is like. I would fix it, but then I'd mess up our stream. So imagine the music for me. Or I can try to do it on my phone while we're doing this. But
You will talk. You do musics.
what are you guys wanting to do?
Well, first off, Nim, you're covered in milk. Are you all right?
Forgot about that.
I think I might like to shower off somewhere.
I don't think we have time if we're gonna win this bolt of silk.
I think you're right. Screw
You
it.
could
Let's
just
get
take
that
your
silk.
clothes off.
Okay, he'll start
no.
doing that.
Even though I can help with that if you want. She's gonna press the dissertation.
Amazing.
Oh,
Syntax
thank
is just
you,
gonna
Evie.
Syntax just hand in front of Evie and just lean over and be like, "You can do that to him at any time and make him smell not disgusting, and you haven't done that."
I haven't had the
Loves.
chance to. We've been running around doing a lot of things.
Evelina, if you do, and just like mutters this, if you do that more often, I will give you money.
It has been established
I'll
last
hold your
session
books. I don't care.
that Nim is a smelly guy.
Yeah,
Yes.
it is, and I'm never
You
gonna.
think he showers regularly?
I didn't
Who
think.
thinks that?
Yes.
Nobody.
Nobody.
No.
Syntax. I like to think
He
Syntax
bathes
is
in
like,
a
gonna
lake.
go to the
No.
baths. You want to come, Nim? And Nim's always like, "No, I'm good." And I'm just like, every time. Oh, we
I
lost
mean-
music.
Yeah, I'm fixing it.
Honestly, I'm not sure that Nim would have had access to much like running water before he went to Strixhaven, so
Yeah, but now we got
it's
school.
possible he would start bathing.
Well,
I hadn't really.
It hasn't happened yet. It hasn't happened yet.
I mean,
well-
that could change, but for now, it probably hasn't.
So you prestidigitation cleaned him, Carly?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Fantastic.
Thank you, Evie.
You're welcome.
Are we gonna get some silk?
Yes, I
Yes.
think we have to play the game.
Which one is that? Hide and seek?
It is.
I believe so.
Ah, I didn't know any of. We'll win. There's so many of us. How could we lose? Okay, we're gonna go look for the silk person.
Cool. Sorry, I figured out my problem. I was setting songs to
You're good.
replay, not to loop. So I finally figured it out. I'm technology. We're good with it. This song is way more relaxed than the other one was, but it is still fun and aesthetic. So, I may turn it down a hair on our end for the stream. Sorry, ignore the... Okay. You guys are going to get the silk. I don't know why I did that voice. The hide and seek challenge is one of the few tents that isn't really crowded. There's not a lot of an audience to this. You walk into this tent, and in the middle of this sizable empty tent is a wizened old gnome at work amid tangles of colorful yarn. Several fuzzy, kitten-sized blue caterpillars drowse on her, nestled in her clothing and hair. The gnome, as you enter, peers up and looks at you. Welcome! I am Madam Cope. Are you here to play hide and seek with my gentle friends? She says as she strokes one of the caterpillars. This is...
Nim immediately like makes a beeline towards her and is like, "May I please pet one?"
Oh,
Sounds about
you
right.
can do more than pet. You're going to have to find them.
Oh,
Where can I find?
Not. She looks at you and like gives you like this squint of apprehension. Well, there are several rooms. Down there, she points at a hatch in the ground. Apparently, this tent is over some basement type storage. It's pitch black, but there are a number of caterpillars down there. If you can bring me 4 in 1 minute, then you will get. She reaches in her a side bag, like she's looking for something, and then frowns and looks over at you. Oh yeah, well, you'll be able to pick a bolt of silk of your choice from my stall.
You got it, lady.
Are you missing something?
No, well, there was one piece of silk that I was working on, and I think, well, my memory is not what it used to be. She just chuckles a little bit. I probably already finished it.
Fun.
She chuckles, her big glasses magnifying her eyes much, much more than they probably, they naturally are. But yeah, the ladder, she gestures to the trapdoor. Go and descend, and I'll start the timer. She pulls out a big pocket watch that is much too large for her gnomish hands. It's just a normal-sized pocket watch, but again, for her, it's like holding a dinner plate. Are you ready?
Nim's
Wait.
just vibrating in the corner, yes.
Oh no.
Yes, we're ready.
Oh, also, on a side note, Melody, I think Jerry is free on Thursday night.
What a side note.
Okay.
What are you referring? Oh.
He just repeated
What's
it
going on?
8 times in chat. So,
What's going on?
Oh my gosh.
I haven't looked at chat yet.
yeah, Melody, if you're reading this, I'm free on Thursday night. If you would like to hang out, I'm free on Thursday night when I am free to hang out. I'm free to hang out on Thursday night, so if you want to hang out on Thursday night, I am free. And I hate it because I got super engrossed in it, and it fully broke me out of character completely. So thanks, Jerry.
Fuck you, Jerry.
Fully. I just it was hilarious. It was top tier comedy, and I'm just well, we peaked. See you guys. See you next week. But yeah.
Bye. That was it.
Yeah. Okay. So,
We're
are you
done.
guys ready?
Yeah.
She
One of those
clicks.
things. Oh shit. Yeah. Just go.
Mid-question, she clicks the top of her pocket watch, and she's like, no time for questions! Better go! You have 58, 57, 56! And then,
Push
yeah.
Nim.
Oh yeah, Nim's already in the hole.
Yeah,
He's
I figured.
down there. Yeah.
It's pitch black.
Push Quintelius.
Who all, Quintelius is, hanging out back, but you can see that he hastily, he wants to win this. He's competitive. So he's trying to get people to go down, but he's trying not to be he's not uncouth. He's not going to shove anyone. But you can see that he
Syntax is
really
pushing
wants
everyone.
to. So remind me again, who can see in the dark?
Nim.
Okay.
Screw you guys.
So everyone, I believe Ryza can as well, right?
Is it really just me?
It's just Nim who can't. And Quintelius. I mean, not Nim,
Yeah, but
I'm
Quintelius
sorry.
doesn't count.
Syntax and Quintelius.
It's
Yeah,
the green.
Quintelius
I'm
doesn't
wearing
count.
green today. We switched. We switched, Melody.
Oh my god, you're right. We totally switched aesthetics.
Yeah, Deja does look like a fake queen, but I mean, what's
She
new?
really does.
The butterflies get me. They're shimmering just
The
enough, and I'm
butterflies.
it's incredible. Okay.
I love them.
You guys descend into a dark room. These rooms are cluttered. You can see a ton of boxes, bolts of silk, storage things. You have this is a trapdoor in the center of this marketplace. So you have a feeling that whatever market is normally here, a lot of the supplies of that, or like a wooden stage that might have once been here, were stored under here. So there's everything from, almost think of it like a backstage storage area in a theater. There's crates, there's props, there's old, effectively easy ups, right? Just like the fantasy version of it. There's clutter everywhere, which is of no concern for those of you that can see. But for those of you that cannot, I imagine you're pulling out your little flag.
Yeah, that stupid fucking flag has gotten me through everything.
Yeah.
Eh.
Can Astra just grab Syntax's hand again?
Yeah, totally. And Quintilius is like, he was really rushing until he's coming down the ladder. And like now all of you see him like flounder as he goes down the ladder, like not sure where the floor is. So like when he hits the floor, it kind of surprises him. Like when you think there's one more step, but there isn't. But there are a number of rooms. You guys can divide and conquer, or you can work all together. Keep in mind that because this is 1 minute, each of you are going to get 3 checks total to find caterpillars, regardless of the room you're in. So maybe you want to spread those checks out. Maybe you want to help someone. You can help someone, and you helping them will count as you using one of your checks. But remember, you have to find them and collect the caterpillars.
Oh shit.
There are
Nimchik said a sack.
Oh my god!
oh, sorry. As far as you can tell, there's just one doorway off to the far left of this room.
Just one?
Just one, as far as you can tell. I mean, sorry, not as far as you can tell. There is only one doorway in this room. You just don't know if there are more rooms beyond that. Right?
Yeah.
I'm sprinting.
But she said that the caterpillars are in this room that we just entered?
Down below.
No, just
down
under.
below. You need to collect 4 caterpillars. You don't even know how many there are.
Okay.
There could only be 4. There could be 50. Who knows?
Oh shit.
But
Can we
I
look
will
around
say,
this room?
yeah. If you want to look around this room, roll a investigation check for me, and this will be your
I
first
still have the
check.
-2.
Yep. This will be your first check. What is everyone else doing?
Going fucking to the next room.
To the door.
Cool. The next room, as you step in, it's about half the size of the first room, but you notice 2 other doors there. So this room has 3 doors total. You guys coming in the southernmost, there's one to the north and one to the east.
Melody's rooms.
Bruh,
What is your roll?
this rock is so fucking cool. Like,
It's a 6, but you got a -2, so it is
yeah,
a 4.
so jack shit,
You
obviously.
drop the rock.
What?
So instead of looking for a
Oh,
caterpillar,
you're looking for the rock.
you need to find this rock.
Oh, okay. well, that-
And so you like bend over to find the rock, like right in front of the doorway. So like everyone kind of bumps into you, and there's like this kerfuffle. You pick up the stone, but at this point, like everyone is frustrated. And because you rolled a 4, everyone now only has 2 checks. You rolled below a 5. Everyone now has 2 checks each to find this,
great.
because the delay of you all bumbling in this doorway.
Thanks, Nim.
It's great. I fucking love it.
So you're just gonna argue with Nim and like kick the rock further away.
I'm doing
he
I'm doing
chases it.
fucking Melody, you only have 1 check remaining at this point. Yeah, Melody, you're chasing the rock. I'm sorry.
Holy shit.
I'm doing this check-based
I
as
feel
opposed to
bad, but I don't.
time-based because if we did this time-based, it'd be more stressful. Um,
How could you do this to me, Dwayne?
we have a NPC in another game I'm running that is just our portable hole, but we had him as an NPC so that we could store stuff in it on D&D Beyond. Like we'd put it in the NPC's inventory so that we know that it's like in the portable hole, which is like a storage space. And we just called him Dwayne the Hole Johnson, which made no sense, but we thought it was funny. Carly was there for that.
He has all negative abilities.
Yeah, we gave him the worst stats we could. Because it doesn't matter. Okay.
If he's a hole.
This next room has the door you just came in through and two more. There's a couch. There's other sort of stuff in here, barrels, crates. You can investigate in this room. You could also investigate in the last room. Melody's character, Nim, did not see anything. Doesn't mean that there aren't things there. There might be, there might not. We don't know. You guys can also keep spreading out. What do you guys want to do? At this point in time, all of you are kind of at the door into this second room.
Jumping on the couch and looking for a worm.
Cool. Roll an investigation for me, Syntax. What is everyone else doing?
Evie will fly to the next room to see how far this goes.
Cool. Are you going to the northern room or the eastern room?
Let's go north.
Awesome. You go to the northern room. You open the door and see a weirdly triangular room with one more door on the opposite side. You can't really even begin to understand the shape of this space. It definitely gives you the feeling of like a hollowed out bone, right? Like where marrow might be in a bone. And that makes sense considering that apparently this entire city is built out of bone, right? One big piece of bone. So you're kind of climbing through the weird bubbly structures of a bone. So that's why the rooms don't make a ton of sense. But yeah, so this room has one more door on the opposite side. What is everyone else doing? Are you following Carly into the northern door? Are you going into the eastern door? Sorry, Evie. Eastern door?
Eastern. Yeah.
Cool. This is another triangular room, much like the other. And there's another door on the other side.
Do these triangular door rooms have anything, or is it just a door?
I'm so sorry. They're all very cluttered. They're all full of knickknacks, of wood, of crates, barrels, storage of essentially the market that's normally here. So all of these rooms have a ton of things in them. Sorry, I was just describing the doors for the sake of explaining how wide things are. But first and foremost, Syntax, what did you roll on your investigation?
Syntax rolled a 21.
Holy fuck. Okay.
I found them all.
That is in... You are convinced that there are no caterpillars in either the first room you were in or this second room.
Nim, move on. This room sucks.
He's probably still looking at the rock. He'll look up and be like, oh, and he'll just run along into the next room, I guess.
Okay, cool. So in the northernmost room, Carly, are you moving on to the next room? Are you investigating this room?
Let's investigate this one.
Cool. And then Asterin, you are in the easternmost room. Are you investigating this one or are you moving on?
Investigating this one.
Cool. And then Ryza and Kay Earthana, what are you guys doing?
Kay is going to follow Astrid and investigate in the room. She doesn't really want to let Astrid out of her sight.
Okay, cool. So you're going to investigate the same room as Astrid?
Yeah.
Do you want to give Astrid help or would you like to roll your own investigation? I feel like Kay would roll her own, yeah. And Ryza, what are you doing? Because you've been here this whole time, always. We don't address that.
Of course. Ryza's going to follow Evelina to the north room.
Cool. Are you wanting to search that room with Evelina, or do you want to move on to the room past that?
I'm going to help Evelina.
Cool. So if you want to help Evelina, you can give her advantage on her check, or you can roll your own.
I'll give her an advantage.
Awesome. So you, Deja, you rolled. Okay, sorry. So we have a 17 from Astrid and a 9 from Kaerthana to search the eastern room. Let me see what that is. You guys managed to, you're rummaging around. Kaerthana, you're digging through these crates. You don't see anything. However, Astrid, as Kaerthana moves one of the crates, you see a wiggling blue creature scurry quickly, but not quickly, but quickly for it, away from the crate that Kaerthana just moved. You have found one caterpillar. However, you don't have the caterpillar in your grasp. Now, to get the caterpillar, I need you to either roll an animal handlings check or a sleight of hand check to nab it.
Oh no.
That is a sleight of hand of 17. As it's wriggling by, you grab it. Its fur is very fuzzy and very soft, actually. Like, this is an amazing caterpillar. It's about the size of a cat. So you have this caterpillar.
What?
It's like, it kind of like wiggles a little bit, and then it just kind of like a cat, just like hangs there defeated after it like wiggles a bit. Like it just knows it's done. It's caught. And then it like kind of moves like it wants to like hang out on your shoulder, like it's reaching toward you. You like set it against your chest, and it'll like just curl up and sit on your shoulder. As you move around. Congratulations, you have acquired a single caterpillar. At this point,
we supposed to each? I'm sorry. We're
no,
supposed to each get one?
4 total.
Okay.
But next we have our Evelina and our Ryza group. So Evelina, you can roll an investigation check or perception and see if you can find it.
I would do investigation, because if it's low, I'm going to use my student die for that.
Awesome. Don't forget you have advantage. That is a 9 or a 7.
Let me D4.
Nice. Awesome.
My God.
That is a 10. You know what? Never mind.
needs to say
you do not see any caterpillars in this room. That does not mean there aren't any. You're not certain, but you don't see any. Neither of you do.
Bro, Evie has to find one. She has to say something. Like, she has to say Chinky, so I gotta find one.
Hold on. You say that? Yeah, fuck it. You're in a costume. I know you already had advantage, but have advantage again. Roll again. You're in costume. This is a Halloween game. You said something related to your costume. Fucking hell yeah.
Do I just roll it one more time?
Yeah, just one more time. Okay. Investigation.
No more
and
roll.
It will still add your student die because it's the same quote roll.
Cool. Well.
Nice. After digging around so long, you do see just the slightest butt end of a blue thing underneath a pile of wood in the far corner. It's very nestled in there, so you have the feeling that getting it out with an animal handling or a sleight of hand will be harder than normal. But you do see a caterpillar. Congratulations. However, you are the one to see it, and because this is only a minute, you are going to have to be the one that rolls that animal handling or sleight of hand. Correction, Ryza did help, so Ryza, you can as well, but only one of you can do this.
Evie will shout out, "Cheekies, I think I found one!"
Yay!
Whoa, there we go.
Yeah, huzzah.
We did it, everyone. We can go home now.
We should grab it. We should grab it quickly.
All right. Do you want to roll or should I?
Animal handling or sleight of hand, whichever you two prefer, but only one of you can do it. Or I'll let you both try, but I'm going to increase the DC if you both try, because both of you are rushing for it at the same time.
Are we allowed to say numbers of proficiencies to see who's better, or?
I would say no. Let's try not to, just for the sake of keeping this a little bit more challenging.
Alright.
Just because this is all happening heat of the moment, right? This is all within a minute. So you guys see it. Who's going in?
Okay. You want me to take this one? I can do it.
Sure, you can do that. Yeah.
Okay.
I found it. You die for it.
Go for it.
I'm gonna roll animal handling.
Cool. So you try to coax it out, being all nice to it.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Let's go.
You like put your hand out, and you can see it immediately thinks you have some kind of treat, and like you just set your hand in front of it, and it like just goes and curls up on your hand, and you're like, "Is it purring? Can caterpillars purr?" But either way, this thing is super snuggly and totally all over you. That is 2 caterpillars. Congratulations. That is your second.
I got it.
Way to go, Ryza!
It wiggles its little like antennas in happiness. That is your second Tut Krog caterpillar. Next up, there are still those 2 doors on either side of these triangular rooms our 2 groups are in. Are you guys advancing further? Don't eat it. Don't listen to Jerry.
Oh my god.
Something Nim would eat.
No, Jerry.
I know, I feel like Nim is trying to get them to eat them. So like I'm not.
Oh.
That is a great way to not get silk.
Apparently they don't even exist because he's looking at his fucking rock.
You still have one more roll.
Yeah, he does. He does want to look one more time.
Okay. What area are you going to? A new area to look?
Yeah, one of the rooms we haven't gone in yet.
Okay, cool. So you push past the rest of the groups as they're digging for caterpillars.
Wait, can Syntax go with Nim?
Yes, absolutely. Thank you for speaking up. I want to make sure everyone's. Yeah. You push through one of the doors, and you notice it opens up into a larger room that you guess both of those rooms opened up onto. Both of those triangular rooms' doors open into this room. It's much larger than the rest, and there's one door on the far side. So it looks like it continues, but this room is much larger. It's possible that there's something in here. Why don't you roll either investigation or I almost said deception. Perception. Perception is a harder DC because you're not moving things around to try to find it. But you can roll either. Syntax, you're going with Nim. You can help Nim. You can make your own roll. What would you like? You also can just not
roll.
Your own roll?
Oh, no. I'm helping. I want this freaking silk so bad.
Okay.
He's gonna
Nim.
need the help because that's like a 2. So.
Wasn't that 14? Your first roll?
I still have disadvantage, right?
Just -2, right?
You just have -2 from that stone, not disadvantage.
I thought it was disadvantage on all saves and checks.
No, it's just -2.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's just -2. Oh yeah, I noticed you rolled 2 rolls last time as well, but they were both 6s. Yeah, it's just -2.
Yeah, I thought I had disadvantage
No,
and -2. Okay.
You had disadvantage for another reason at some point. I think you failed a check, so I gave you disadvantage for something last session.
Okay. I
but-
might have just lumped it in.
No,
together.
you're
sorry
good.
about that.
Don't be sorry. You're good. I gave you a cursed item, but it's not that fucked up. It's not.
I was like,
that
man,
fucked.
this fucking sucks.
No. Oh, that's like get a new character
like,
kind of
that's a-
bad.
Like that's a really cursed item.
Okay,
All right,
so you make
I guess
your
it'd be a
roll.
12 then.
Nice. Syntax, also make your roll, because this is all happening
15.
at once. 15. Both of you see a little furry blue thing, except this one seems a lot larger than the others. Like, this one's definitely eaten well.
We found the queen.
It kind of makes eye contact with you guys, and then, like, tries to scurry into, like, a little hole, but it's
We
a
both
little
pull
too
hold
large
back.
for it.
Yep. And gets his sack and he's like ready to pounce on it.
Oh my god.
Who's gonna get it? Are you both going
Tim's
for it?
going for it.
Okay.
We're both diving for
You're
it.
both. Okay, cool.
Shit.
I love that. Roll, are you guys doing... this sounds like sleight of hand, not animal handling, but
I'm
do what
sleight
you
of
want.
handing this shit.
What are you doing, Nim?
It sounds like animal handling to me.
Go for it.
but-
Yeah, go for it. Syntax is trying to
Well-
snatch it. You're like, come here. Like, you're trying to coerce it.
Give me your
15.
silk. Nice. I
15?
got
Cool. 12? Well, the good news is that the DC was increased to 15. So, oh, wait.
13.
You got 13.
Oh yeah, you suck.
Shit.
Oh, that's right. Fuck.
So, as you both dive for it, you both of your guys' horns hit each other and kind of get tangled for just a split second. Enough that the caterpillar wiggles into the space and you hear a little thump as it manages to like get into this hole. It looks like it wiggled into the next room.
Damn.
I
Why
imagine
we
Nim
can't-
just tries to stick head through hole.
Yeah, he
Yes.
does. He definitely tries to like reach his hand
Yeah,
through
whole
there.
arm in, like up to the shoulder.
Yeah,
Just waving
Yeah.
it around.
absolutely.
Gets like a splinter.
If anyone's
doesn't
in that
care.
room, they just see Nim's arm like through the hole.
Terrifying.
This
like
next
Slick.
room, at this point, all of the rooms have converged into this big room. They're both making a ruckus in. The rest of the groups, having caught your caterpillars, are moving into this room now as well, just in time to see the big caterpillar they saw slink into the next room. Following
How much
it
time
into
do we have?
how many checks are left? I think almost everyone has one check left.
Nim doesn't.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nim's done.
So at this point, you guys have about 20 seconds remaining.
Really?
You see it wiggle into the next room, and I'm assuming the lot of you rush into the next room. Once in there, this room is very, very wide, but very narrow. You know there's a caterpillar in here, but you don't quite know where. So this check will be easier, but you will still need to make a check in here. There will be no difference between perception or investigation for this check. And then there's a final, or not final, what? There's at least there's one more door on the other side.
That way goes to hell. I got a 17 on investigation.
You
Of a
see
worm.
it. It makes sense. You know where to look.
There.
You came in, you point and yell, and who's going to try to get it? The entire group is in this room. Who's going to get it?
Worm.
I'll go for
It's
it.
gotta be Nim. Oh no.
Go for it. You already
Evie's-
have one,
Evie's
and it
flying
was...
to the next
Rolling
door.
Shit.
Oh no.
Okay, a 13 sleight of hand. The first one was already so easy to get. This one's going to be easy too, obviously. And this one, the only reason why you're able to get it is because it's so big that as it's trying to sneak away, you kind of fumble it, but like kind of like if you're you hold a piece of silverware and you like drop it and you kind of bat it around a little bit and then like catch it. You kind of do this with this poor caterpillar. You like try to grab it, but like you kind of throw it a little bit and you're like, oh no, and then you like catch it. So you're good. The caterpillar is definitely dazed and like that was too much excitement for it. It's done. So you now have two caterpillars on you, both the size of cats. One the size of like Garfield. And then it's uncomfortably heavy. Like it's one of those, it's like when you're holding a dog and you're like, you're just too fat to be held.
Oh.
I'm
Like my
holding
dog.
them happily.
Yeah.
Don't matter.
Yeah. Cool. You're flying into the next room, Evie. Is anyone going with Evie? Just ignoring this room and going straight to the next room.
Do we have 4?
Yes, 3.
You have 3.
have
You
3.
need 1 more.
Yeah, we're all running.
Yeah.
He is going to investigate this same room.
This same one?
Yeah.
Go for it. Evelina, you're the first into this other room. Do you want to use your last roll to try to find it?
I guess so.
Karithna, is that a... You get distracted because you see like some weird wooden contraption. You're like, is that a trap door? Like a trick trap door? Like a wooden stage that has a lever that like, you're like, what? Just long enough that then you're like, oh shit, no, I need to focus back.
What the fuck is that?
Evelina, with a 15, you see it. The final caterpillar. A small little dainty caterpillar. On the far wall of this room, this is the last room in here. It's on top of a pile of what looks to be parchment. Just nibbling at the corner of a piece of paper. Everyone else bursts into the room, and this startles the caterpillar. Its little antennas just...
Oh,
who is going in for it?
Syntax is gonna go for it.
Go for it. Syntax just dives into the room.
Wouldn't normally be scrappy, but this is for fashion fabric. Expensive fabric.
It is.
Dude, it took us like 10 weeks to be able to afford one of these of school money.
Yes.
By
Yep.
your
It is 50 gold for this fabric. You want this bolt.
A 16.
16. You grab it, probably marginally too forcefully because it makes a little like noise, like as your like hand essentially like chokes it for a second, and you're like, oh shit. And then you hear
squishy.
Quintelius behind you guys, like 2 rooms back because you guys ran off and he doesn't have the light. You just hear like thumping and cursing, and then you hear him be like, "Oh shit, guys, we only have like 8 seconds. Come on." Because he's got a pocket watch at least. And
now he does.
yeah, now he does. And you guys frantically, everyone who has a caterpillar, I want a dexterity saving throw as you guys run and book it through these crowded rooms back up the stairs in time. Okay?
Saving throw?
Okay.
Saving throw. I figured let's play around and do some saving throws as opposed... No. Yeah. Okay, we'll do saving throw. Okay.
Oh no. Oh no.
So far, that's fine. 8 is our DC for this.
Oh, screwed.
Oh god.
Yay. Do I
Uh,
have disadvantage because it's fucking dark?
Yes, you do actually.
you're not waving the thing around?
You are, but you're also
Yeah, but
running.
it's fucking
You have to
dark.
wave it to turn it on, and he has a
Can
caterpillar
Nim-
like a football. Like
Can Nim help Syntax in any way? Since Nim
no,
can
no. Realistically, you guys are unless
No,
you
it's
like
all right.
pick up Syntax and run with Syntax, who is also holding a caterpillar.
Sure.
Oh shit.
Okay,
Nope.
so then
I
in that case,
rolled.
you need to roll the dexterity saving throw.
Fuck, I already rolled and saved.
Okay, if you
luck.
already rolled, then go ahead.
No, you want to do the
wait,
thing.
hold on. What is your saves? I see.
Yeah, you already-
I had an 11 and a 15.
Okay, cool. Then you're good.
Yeah, but I want to see Nim.
Yeah.
fuck
Okay,
it up.
let's do this.
You already-
Let's see.
If
Go
you
for it.
already rolled, then
No, here's the thing. You're making it. Nim scoops you up, but like you're already through almost all of the rooms. So he scoops you up like to take you up the ladder. The most impractical part to be in someone
Yeah.
else's arms.
Just like pull it. Nim, that's my tail.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
What was it?
18. I got an 18.
Okay, cool.
Nice.
That's with minus
Shit.
2.
You
Wait,
realize
Nim, I
you
need to know.
can't.
This is so important. Is it firefighter hold or princess hold?
Princess hold.
Okay. Right choice.
Here's the problem. It's very hard to climb a ladder with someone in your arms.
It's true.
Oh.
So, after you realize this, your
Take it
brain
back.
just goes full, we have to win this. And with some ungodly strength you did not know you had, you just full on throw Syntax up the ladder. It's not graceful, but it ends with Syntax half in the ladder, half out, holding the caterpillar right in front of her as her timer goes off.
Yeah.
Everyone made it. We're good.
All right.
But it
Oh,
definitely,
yay.
Syntax got the wind knocked out of him as he
Holy shit.
thumps on the side there.
It's like the office. Save Bandit. He just throws him.
Holy shit.
Oh. Woo.
Caterpillars are rattled. Syntax
Oh
is
yeah, the
rattled.
caterpillars are like
We're
trembling, like they're just
Oh,
like you know.
We're horrible.
The woman doesn't really seem to care. She like pulls out little like what look to be rose petals, and all the caterpillars all of a sudden just like zoom in and go. Like it's obviously their favorite snack. Like if they were shaken, they're not anymore. Like they're happy. And they're letting out little like very otter like chirps. They're like as they're like eating. A reminder.
I love that.
Yeah, a reminder. Oh, hold on. This is what they look like. They're on her in this artwork.
So cute.
They're adorable little blue furry things with yellow spots and very, very big antenna fuzzy things and like little tiny face-like things. I mean, they are faces, but yeah. She looks at you all and she's like, "Oh, congratulations. You found my last 4 of them."
Ooh.
So there were only 4 down there. So good job, guys.
All right.
That means you're my last winners for the day. She gives you guys these big sashes. They don't necessarily, they're not as high quality as her other silk, but they are still silk. And sewn into it, they're bright blue with yellow that says hide and seek winner. Just really big across. And then the back of it says lost caterpillar ? No problem.
Oh my god.
Aw.
So
Oh my
it's hide and seek
I'm
winner,
keeping this
and then on
forever.
the back, lost caterpillar, no problem.
That's so
Keeping it
cute.
forever.
And she's like,
Writing
once
it in our notes.
you wear this to my stall, and my folks will get you hooked up with the nice bolt.
Hell yeah.
And yeah, all of you get 1 point of renown with the night market as you guys step out and people point and be like, "Oh, they won. Look at that. Lost caterpillar. No problem. That's funny." And then Gammon comes like winding back up, but like it's very much so the small dog who's like, because they're so small, their legs move a lot faster than everyone else to like go the normal speed. And he's like zooming like a little motorcycle between cars, but like it's between legs as he's like maneuvering up to you guys. And this tiny little kobold pops up next to you guys, out of breath because you know he ran the whole way back because he didn't want to miss whatever happened. And he sees that you guys have these sashes and he just like, his face, like he looks crestfallen for a heartbeat, but then he like snaps out of it and he like acts like it's no big deal. Like he's, you know, a brave boy. And he's like, "Oh, well, yeah, good job. Yeah,
You
I
did
see.
it. Here.
See you guys won."
Syntax puts his on Gammon. The sash on him.
Oh my god. It's like big enough to fit 3 gammons in the sash.
Yeah, just wrap it
Yeah.
around a bunch.
So he wraps it like a toga. So it
Oh my
he's like wearing
God.
a toga. It's too wrapped to where like you can't read any of it. Right? Like it almost just looks like a pattern of like yellow stripes on this
There you
blue
go.
thing.
You're almost fashionable.
Let's draw this.
If Gammon read anything like negative in that, you can't even tell. He is over the moon. Yeah, he's just like prancing around in this. He can't handle it. Gammon's only like marginally bigger than the caterpillars, guys. Like, he's like 3 of them, honestly, but like, he's small. Nice.
He's smaller than Evie.
No, he's probably about the same height, but he's a lizard. So like, if you take off all of the feathers from Evie, like then they're probably the same size, but Evie still looks bigger. Do you know what I mean? Because again, a fully grown kobold is like 2.5 feet tall, 3 feet maybe. And he is a child, so he's 1.5 feet. Like he's whatever the middle schooler equivalent of that is. But yeah, you hear more cheers coming from the Battle Prawns the Shrimpening tent. But Gammon also, in his fancy toga, looks over to you guys and is like, "Oh yeah, there's been more kind of stuff.
More things.
Yeah.
What happened now? Did someone steal a carrot?
Let me find the list. Hold on. I said there was more things,
Yeah,
but then I lost the list because I clicked off of it and I was like, oh my god, sorry.
Well, while we're waiting for our DM,
Sorry, I don't know where it went. It was right there, and then I clicked.
Take your time.
And it's all gone. Where?
It's all been so exciting. Do you guys think that on the way maybe to the silk shop, we can check the lucky amulets too? I'm curious to see what sort of jewelry they have before I spend all of my money on a bolt of silk.
Very
That
much
sounds like a
to see
good
that.
idea.
Apparently, Gammon, his little brain glitch fixing itself. So apparently 24 vanilla buns are missing from Vada's otherworldly goods, and there's a trail of powdered sugar that leads to the noodle shop. So it looks like they're
my God.
stealing from more than just us.
Where are these footprints? Where are these tracks?
I'll show you. And he very smugly leads you guys. You're pretty sure he's carrying his head a lot higher as he's walking in his sash made into a toga. And then you can see, sure enough, a human is arguing with the gnome of the noodle stall and pointing at this trail of white powdered sugar that is a little hard to see, but also seems pretty, like, it is very visible. Like, you'd have to look for it, but if you look for it, it's there. You see it. Like, I wouldn't make you guys make a check to see the trail. And it leads clear to the noodle shop.
Do they look like little gnome feet?
They don't. It looks like a trail of powdered sugar. It doesn't look like there are footprints in that trail. You can ask around if you would like.
Where is selling food with powdered sugar?
Oh, they just said.
Yeah, Vada's otherworldly goods.
I don't think
Should
I
we
wrote
go
that
there?
down.
Yeah, go for it. As you work your way over to Vada's otherworldly goods, you see more humans at that booth. You're assuming co-workers of the one that was arguing with the gnome. And they are, you see a new batch of buns being set out, the powdered sugar on top of them, mixing with kind of the steam. Oh no, what? Did I say something wrong when I said powdered sugar? Because I see...
I'm wondering if I said it wrong. I don't know.
Because I see him in quotes. I see Jerry put powdered sugar in quotes. So now...
Okay. Ignore Jerry.
He's making a drugs joke.
Yeah, okay.
Cocaine.
Guitar riff.
Yeah, that sounds more along. That sounds about right.
But as you approach this stall, one of the humans turns to you all. Ah, you're looking for our delicious buns. We were, he looks at one of their coworkers, out of stock for a while there, but fresh batch right here.
Ooh, fresh buns.
Fresh buns are best buns.
Exactly.
We heard that you had somebody stole the other ones. Did you happen to see anyone come by?
Roll a persuasion for me.
Okay. What's the person look like?
They are a human. They look, they're dressed in silks, not as fine as, of course, Madame Culp's silks, but they definitely, their attire matches the rest of the other vendors here. And their stall sells everything from buns and whatnot to, to trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing. They sell pastries and desserts for 1 silver piece each. The signature vanilla bun is made from a secret family recipe, and those sell for 2 gold. So those are the ones that were stolen, the ones that sell for 2 gold.
Damn, expensive buns. Syntax will just lean over the counter and be like, I heard everyone has it out for this noodle shop. What's your side of the story? I don't remember what I ruled. Somewhere.
Persuasion.
I rolled it. I think it was a 13. Did it not? Are my rolls not showing up?
I don't see it, no.
It's a 14.
Yeah, I haven't seen him either.
A 14.
Oh.
Yeah, you can probably see it in the log on D&D Beyond. But I at least can't see it on Roll20. But no worries. I trust you. A 14. They look at you and then they're like, they see the rest of your group wearing these sashes. And then they're like, wait. Sees the rest of the group, sees Evie with her basket full of peppers and Kaerthana with their peppers. They kind of nod and be like, you're that group making a bit of a name for yourselves here. The newcomers who seem to be taking the night market in stride.
I know, we also just burst into existence here not too many hours ago.
They pause for like a half a beat, and then you can see the like conscious decision to not press that. And then they
We don't have time to unpack all
yeah,
of
literally
that.
it's the moment of like I mean there are weirder things, right? Like they're living on a giant
floating rock bone.
yeah, they're like living on a giant bone rock thing. Like there's weirder things.
By the way, guys, and Syntax will just turn around, doesn't give a shit. I'm pretty sure what we're standing on was some giant floating creature in space that just got shot in the body with the crystal, and now it's dead, and now we're all living on it. Which is strange if you think about it, but size is relative.
That's awesome.
I guess.
The vendor just looks at you very confused, and then is like, "No, we like Tianmo noodles." Bringing the conversation back to the noodles. No, it just look. My boss thinks they stole from us, but I swear. No one believes me, but I swear I saw a weird little blue thing. A weird little blue creature.
Like a caterpillar-y thing?
No, not the caterpillars. It was like a blue monkey. I saw it near the Tianmo tent. Come to think of it, I think I also saw one near the Zhonggun tent, to which a small lizard fist goes in the air. Impossible! He looks over and there is Gammon. Oh, hey there, little Gammon. If there was a blue monkey, I would have seen it.
Maybe you can't see the color blue, Gammon.
This seems like there's this brief moment of like he didn't process that possibility. And
You can only see lobster colors.
yeah, he's like, no, I can. And then he goes over to. He was sitting with you the most of the time, so I guess he's closest to you. But you also just said that. He'd go over to Evie because Evie's closest to him in height. Lean over and just be like, "This is blue, right?" Like gesturing at the sash that he's wearing. This is blue, right?
Was it yellow or was it?
It's blue, but with
Blue
yellow
and yellow.
writing. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. She's like, yes, that is
Okay,
blue.
got it.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh no,
Color
no worries, no
blindness is
worries.
actually very common in kobolds.
Oh, that's understandable, but no, you're good. No worries.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's normally red-green, but that does affect blue.
So you saw this blue creature go over towards the Gammon shop, and what was the other one?
Oh no! Just I realized looking back, I think I saw something blue near the Jangoon stall, but I know I saw a little blue monkey near the Tianmo noodles. Like, I mean, maybe
Both.
I don't think they'd be the ones to steal the buns. Maybe if there's a monkey about or something, maybe it's doing
Yeah,
something.
how do you not know it's just an animal that's stealing these things? None of you pay attention to your shops. I just stole a bun from you. I didn't.
They all frantically look at the buns and then look
I'm
over
not
to you.
Just like hands up.
And they're like, there's no buns are missing.
But they could have been.
Incredible. Oh
You would
man.
need to know.
The guy you're talking to is like, oh god, he thinks he's entertaining. Like that kind of look. Whereas the guy next to him is like mind blown.
Incredible.
Yeah. So it's like this guy's obviously the only one at this stall with a brain. Which is also like he saw this monkey and he's like, yeah, it's probably just an animal. Like they've never stolen from us before, but everyone else in the stall is like, no, they're thieves. Like you get the vibe that this guy is like the only guy who's like, no, it's just a fucking animal.
Yeah, it makes. Why would a food shop steal from other food vendors?
The guy's like, thank you. And he turns to the other guy and he's like, I don't know. This guy just stole from us. And he's like, but he
Clearly
didn't,
not
he
holding
didn't,
or
though.
eating food.
Yeah, he didn't though. Like he the main guy just kind of sighs in frustration and then pulls out one of the fancy buns and hands it to you, Syntax.
Thank you.
Oh.
How much do you want for it?
It's fine.
I mean, nothing should be free.
No, it's not free. You stole it. He winks at you.
Syntax like lingers on their hand a moment and just gives it a squeeze and then takes it.
You can see the moment of the guy is like, wait, am I attracted to them? And then like the moment they process this, it's like Syntax is already gone, right? It's just this brief moment of like, wait, was I flirting? Like, was I doing that?
That TikTok meme.
What
Like,
do I have a wife and
Oh.
child.
I hope this doesn't awaken anything in me.
Yeah, I hope this doesn't awaken anything. That's absolutely the vibe of this. Like, I didn't think I was, I do not like hunky boys. Or do I? That's from a horror movie that I need to watch. On a side note, it's a little girl gains control of a like intergalactic murderer.
Incredible.
And whatever. Doesn't matter. That reference
Drop
you
the
guys
info in the
don't.
chat, Emerson.
I know I need to watch it. I think it's called like Kilgore Monger or something like that. But it's like
Amazing.
this space alien that'll slaughter the universe, but it's controlled by whoever holds its amulet. And like this little girl has the amulet and is making it just be her best friend. So he's like, I will slaughter the innocent and eat their souls. And then they like have tea time. Yeah, after tea time. And so like she like shows him a like magazine with like a K-pop band on the cover. And he's like, I do not get this frivolousness. And she's like, we get it because hunky boys. And he's like, I do not care for hunky boys. And he looks at him and he's
Wait,
like,
that sounds familiar.
or do I? And like that scene alone, I'm like, I have to watch this movie now.
Saying now I'm hooked.
Sounds
Yeah.
hilarious.
It's
Guys,
incredible.
party!
I've only seen that scene. I have no clue what the movie's called, but I have to find it. Sorry. Back to. I'll find it at some point.
I've thought of something, and hopefully you guys are all on the same page. If this is a creature or of some kind, we can just buy food from every shop, put it somewhere it will see it, and set a little trap and catch it that way. Thoughts? Yes? No? It's pretty much what me and Nim do anyways. We just at that point kill the creatures and dissect them.
Yeah. Wait, can we still do that?
If it's curious and interesting and we haven't dissected it enough already, which is the rule, then yes. And
There
it's
are
not a
rules?
person with a name.
You have rules?
That's the rule. If we've already dissected 3 mice, we're not going to do another one, Nim.
If you say so.
Not with that attitude.
All right. Thoughts, ideas? Yes? No?
Sounds like a
We
good
could
idea.
make 100 gold
Sounds like
right
a good
now.
idea.
Sounds
Don't
like a good
forget,
idea.
you guys can still investigate as a whole the market. You guys haven't really just asked around either, which is an option. You also can ask other vendors like you just did with this bun shop. So there are lots of things you can do. You can also set traps, whatever works. Just want to emphasize that there are many routes that you can take.
You should also figure out where those persimmons came from. That might be a first stall that Gavon comes from.
Figure out what with Gam?
There were persimmons on the floor in Gamon's tent.
Oh, were there? Gammon?
I mean, I don't eat persimmons. No one here sells them as far as I know. Kind of
That's what I
gross.
mean. You know where they came
Alright.
from.
No. I mean, that's
Then
why
why were they in
why-
your tent?
I don't know. They're just peels, right?
Yeah.
Probably
okay.
the Tinmo. Like you find persimmons in their shit and it's proof. I mean, I'm sorry, their stuff.
Jamon.
Oh, good. I thought... Gammon,
What
more
would your
naughty
mother
words,
say?
please.
He does the like dog that's like caught like mid chewing something they're not supposed to chew on look. The like big eyes to the
It's in your
side.
mouth.
Yeah, the what's in your mouth look. Absolutely. But yeah.
All right. Well, then maybe we should wait on this and just get food as we go to stalls, and we can look for this persimmon person.
We can
Sounds
also
good.
ask about the blue monkey too.
Yes, we can ask about the
Also
monkey.
came.
That sounds good.
Mm-hmm. To the next thing.
To the next thing. He just marches off in a random direction.
Other way, Gammon.
Other way. He marches off this time in the direction you guys are going.
Can we look at the amulet shop?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
You guys go to the amulet shop. This is a cute stall that is kind of in between. If you look at our map on the top left, you guys are at Vada's Otherworldly
Can you
Goods.
make the map way bigger?
Yes, sorry. You can also zoom in, but I will make it bigger. Yes. Yeah, but I got it. You're good. And it's on the wrong layer. I will make it bigger.
Yes. Thank you.
And there we go.
Thanks, Jill. All I can see.
Sorry. I will zoom in for our stream as well. So you guys were here. You're walking past the noodle shop and heading up to the Vase Lucky Amulets. Yeah.
It's just me and Melody. Fantastic. Hello. We want lucky amulets, please. And do you know about monkeys?
A man pops up and shows his pops up from the stand, leaning over very enthusiastically. He's wearing a set of plate armor, but it looks quite, I guess, out of practice, out of use. It's not quite maintained. It's a little rusty, but he leans over regardless. He looks like he's probably like mid-50s or so. And he just looms over to you guys. Welcome to my amulet shop.
Holy fuck.
He's like, the name is Sid Squid.
Are you
Nice
part
to meet
squid?
you.
I'm not, but back in my adventuring days, they'd call me the Squid.
Why did
Ooh,
they call you
slippery.
that?
Because I was slippery.
And
Why?
what?
Don't think too much about it.
That's all I can think about.
So, yeah.
He's like, these are some amulets I found while adventuring. Also, my husband made a lot of them as well. My husband's name is Va, so Va's Lucky Amulets. He actually made like all of them. None of these I found while adventuring.
Why did you lie then?
Because it's a good story.
It sounds.
Is
Have
it
you
though?
ever adventure? I don't believe anything you say now. Why
Well,
are you really a
adventuring
squid?
days are behind me, but the adventurer's spirit remains.
Yeah, is your name really Squid now? I don't believe you.
It is Sid. I tried to get the squid thing to stick.
Has it been
No
working?
way.
I don't know. You
Okay.
tell me.
We're trying.
Be honest.
You know what? I can
We can
remember
try
the
to
squid
spread it
thing,
around
so-
for you.
Yeah, I mean, you tell me. I think it's catching on. You guys asked me if it's catching on, which means you remember. So,
It's true.
Because you just
he
told
shrugged.
us.
Who knows? But I mean, do you remember anyone else's name who's not printed on this stall?
Yes.
Listen, Squid, your wares are more pretty than you, so I'm gonna cut right to the chase. Are these lucky, magical, or enchanted in it, or in any way, or is it
Oh,
just...
well,
Yeah, I
I
do.
bet you would like to know.
What?
He pulls out a book that is obviously like the catalog of what the things actually are.
Wouldn't you like to know, Weather Boy?
Yeah,
You
where did the
like
gravelly
know.
voice go? Damn, even his voice is fake. You don't have to call him out.
He's like, but it's
He digs through it and he's like, there
there it is.
um,
Batman.
Everyone
So,
seems so sick in this city.
he's like,
Get the ref out of here.
I was trying a new voice. What did you think? It
I
seemed
think
very
it's
like
fine.
adventure-y and like badass, right?
It was.
Yeah.
It was
Okay.
momentarily.
Yeah, but I mean, like, it makes my throat hurt.
Don't
Yeah.
do it then.
Yeah. The things we
Yeah.
do for the adventurer's
money.
life. He gazed
Just
wistfully off
be
into the
yourself.
distance.
Have
Be
you
yourself,
ever
Squid
been
Man.
adventuring?
Life itself is an adventure, my
There it
young
is.
friend.
Oh, no.
Young.
Oh, yeah.
dare
Are you
you.
not young, Astrid?
Not by Sid standards.
Okay. Sorry that I don't interact a lot with. He squints at you.
I'm
Elves?
squinting, but you can't tell.
Yeah, he's like, elves? He says, raising
Yes.
his voice like he's never seen an elf. Yes, those days when I helped defend the elven citadel deep underground where their craftsmen work.
What?
I don't
I
remember
toil every
hearing
day
that.
as the
No,
forge.
that's a dwarf.
I'm pretty
Let-
sure it's an elf.
Okay,
I'm doing
fine.
an
What
insight
about your-
check.
He's full of shit. You don't
What do
need
you
to
need
roll
an
an insight
insight
check.
check
He's full
Oh,
of
I
shit.
know.
You're pretty sure he like found this armor. Like he doesn't know how to even
Yeah.
maintain it. Like he's
Do
not
you
a
even
fucking
have a
adventurer.
husband?
Oh,
I will say that's
I
the
want to
only
insight
part.
check that shit.
I will say, yeah, go for it. Go for it.
Please.
do you even have a husband?
Looks for a ring on finger. 15.
At this point, Kay Arthana has already slid the catalog that he opened away from him and is
Okay.
looking through the catalog
Perfect.
for amulets because he's not paying
Yeah,
attention.
he's not. I will say, any uncommon, jewelry piece magic item is here, but only uncommon. So these are things that typically are aesthetic, but not necessarily mechanical. So things like there's a brooch that makes your cloak billow. So it turns it into a cloak of billowing. So on command, you can make your cloak billow.
That's pretty
Stuff
awesome.
like that. Or one that makes it so your helmet can ooze smoke, like it's sinister, right? Little things like that. A lot of them are cosmetic. You have a feeling that none of them actually boost luck in any way, but a lot of them are they have fun gimmicky things. However, you do notice that all of the magic ones start at 100 gold. And it is true that they are very well made amulets. They are incredibly well made. You can tell that the price is some are over 100 gold just from construction alone. But if you want one of the magic ones, they are roughly about 100 gold.
Coolio.
They'll have.
Again, this night market is expensive.
Yeah, it is. Have you, while we're perusing, have you seen any small creatures that may be blue, or people running quickly with food? Anything in that
Powdery,
description?
sugary food.
Now that's a good question there. You know, back in my adventuring days. Well.
How long ago were those, Sid?
Roll a persuasion check for your question, Syntax.
You're gonna make him cry.
Okay, great.
Asterin, he seems to ever since the elf thing, ever since he got caught in that lie, he's just actively not looking at you.
Look at me, Sid. Sid,
Yes,
look at me.
He
I
makes
lean to
purposeful
get
eye
his
contact with Kaerthana.
Nicest looking person out of this entire group.
You get the feeling, Kaerthana, that he definitely does not get that you are also part elf.
Yeah.
He definitely chose to look at you because he's the normal human.
He's just
Are there
going
no elves in this city? What the fuck?
No, this guy is just an idiot. You've seen elf vendors. This guy is just stupid.
Okay.
There's an elf vendor 3 stalls down. He's just an idiot.
She's going to tuck her braids behind her ears so it's very clear that you can see the little point, and then kind of look at Astrid and look back at him.
You see the gears turning, and you're just not sure if they've caught. Do you know what I mean? You're just not sure if the gears fully caught. What did you roll for persuasion?
17.
He looks over to you, and he's like, so, I'll tell you here. Back in my adventuring days, it always paid to keep an ear to the ground, and I always try to stay on top of all the latest gossip here in the night market. What is it you wanted to know about stealing stuff or whatnot?
Well, that's just it. It seems that the noodle shop and the seafood shop both seem to think that one is stealing from the other.
Well, of course they do. The Shungun and the Tianmo families fight all the time. If the two got along, it would strain other vendors who've ongoing deals with both families. They're the two powerhouses.
So do you think it's a weird, strange thing where people are trying to keep that up?
I wouldn't go that far. I mean, it's not like...
It's just food.
I mean, it's not... He rubs his chin. Nothing here is just food. This is the night market.
It's business, though.
Exactly. I mean, still, I've heard my husband say that, you know, if those two got along, we'd all be done for because they're so powerful. Powerful in the sense of, like, they're the things that draw people into the night market. I personally like Madame Culp's silk. I think it's a game changer in the silk market. But
Interesting.
he seemed like actually like that thing was actually like pretty astute. Like he actually does have knowledge when it comes to fashion and silk. But like that's the only time he said something that you're like, oh, this guy's there's something there. But then he's like, oh yeah, but no one would sabotage them. No.
What? You had a thought. I saw it.
No.
What is it, Sid?
You can
Tell us. Tell us, Sid.
He starts
We're
like
friends.
picking at the like wood of his booth.
Syntax will put the vanilla bun on the counter.
He like starts breathing heavily as he just stares at this bun.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
And then he just like he takes the bun. I mean, you didn't hear it from me,
Of course
but I'm pretty sure I saw Kasim stash something orange under the Zhangun family's stall right
who's
before they
Kasim?
started complaining about sabotage.
Persimmons are orange, aren't they?
Yes.
Last I checked.
Fascinating.
Have
Who
they
stashed these again? You said a name.
Yes, I did.
Kashim?
Kashem.
Kashem.
Kasem. Sorry, Kasem. You guys know Kasem. You met him. He's the
Was he
guy.
one of the
He's
fucking
the Pepper
spicy-
brothers, the Spicy
The
brothers.
first one?
Kasem
Or the-
Kasem Arun, who gave you guys the tour. Didn't want you guys to participate in the events,
Fucking didn't.
and but ran an event with his twin brother V. He was the one in green.
He's stealing shit.
I thought he was a bit fishy.
As a reminder,
why
I will
did-
pull up his artwork.
Why didn't he want us to play in the games?
It was
seems
strange. I
weird.
think we all thought it was weird.
He's
But I mean,
hiding
you didn't
something.
hear that from me. It's
We
not like I
didn't.
saw
Of course
it.
not.
No.
He then says
We
under
did.
his breath, obviously I saw it. This is me saying, don't tell people that
Yes,
I told
we know
you.
We're
that's
not
it.
going to.
Okay.
Which stall did he say he saw it being put in again?
The Zhangun stall. So the one that
Which is
has
the
been the
seafood.
most sabotaged that you can tell. Also, the one that hired you and the one whose kid has been following you around like a lost puppy.
Well,
Hmm.
Astrid, where did you say that you saw the rinds of the persimmons again?
In the Zhangun stall.
Okay.
Yes.
So does that mean someone's already eaten them?
I would assume so.
I think we
So-
should check out the Pepper Brothers stall again.
Yes.
Oh, the Spicy
Yeah,
Brothers?
you
They've
did.
got some good stuff. They got some. Be careful of some of their peppers. You think it's a pepper, but it's actually just a cherry tomato.
Yeah, we have some.
Oh, that's a nice change of pace.
He furrows his brow and looks at you like you're crazy. You eat peppers for the spice.
Yeah, I'm aware.
See, I have one more question, and then we'll leave you be.
Yeah,
Yes.
we can't afford your stuff. Sorry, we're students.
That wasn't the question, but all right.
He rolls
See,
his
is there-
eyes. You don't need education when you have the big wide world to adventure through. I think.
Are you
The
sure,
question.
Sid?
Sid, is there any stall or any person here that sells or carries animals? Pets?
Normally, yes, but not here at the Radiant Citadel.
What do you mean normally?
Back in outside of the Radiant Citadel, we're guests here. This was supposed to boost night market.
Yeah, is there anywhere in the market?
No, because Radiant Citadel doesn't want invasive species.
Yeah, it's an ecological thing, obviously.
exactly.
Oh,
Dummy.
that's good. That's good.
Again, he
That-
like looks
that was
over at
all.
you with like a surprising amount of knowledge in that one statement. Like he's like talking about like
Yeah, what the
ecological,
fuck?
like yeah. He's
moment of
obviously
clarity.
if something interests him, yeah. But if it doesn't, no. Good luck. You're also like 90% sure the more you're talking to him that this like adventuring thing is probably like a new fad he decided that he was interested in like 3 weeks ago. Like when he came here, like this is the persona for the Radiant Citadel, right? To make himself more interesting.
Sounds about right.
Syntax is already walking away.
Okay. The guy is like looking down at the bun you gave him, and then like only when you're pretty much gone does he realize, and he's like, "Oh, have a good one."
God damn
Bye.
it.
Oh
Sid,
my god.
keep up the good work. And leaves.
Yeah. Where are you guys heading now, Spicy Brothers?
Well, who hasn't had a chance to Kaerthina or maybe Ryza? Where do you want to go?
Already said I was hoping to look at the silks, but I know we'll be making our way back there soon.
We can go to. We can silk it up.
Yeah, I mean, we passed the Spicy Brothers on the way to the silk shop,
Yes,
as well
yes.
as my family's place, and my mom says I have to check in every half hour on the half hour. So
On the half hour.
I have to. It works for all of us.
Hey, Gamon,
Yeah,
would you like to hop on my shoulder so you can see things better?
absolutely.
I just
Oh.
have
And then he hops up on your
cute.
shoulders. Everyone behind you like has to duck his tail wagging back and forth. Yeah,
take a bullet for this kid.
yeah. Well,
Maybe you will.
he only has 1 hit point, so if he falls off your shoulders,
Why would you
I'm
say
kidding.
that?
No, I'm not. That's a joke. That's a
could you?
joke. That's a joke. He's fine. He's fine.
How dare you?
Ah!
Yeah. So you guys walk.
Parent stress now.
You're walking toward the silk shop. You do walk by the Spicy Brothers. Do you want to stop and check it out on your way to the silk shop?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
we're gonna espionage this shit.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I forgot. Evie can turn invisible, so if people want to distract, Evie can.
Evie,
Go
you
in.
can turn invisible.
Yeah.
That is fascinating.
Go in there and just find all the dirt.
I give it a try.
Does anyone else have secret powers I didn't know about?
You-
Quintelius, what can you do besides be you?
he looks over
In a
at
unique, beautiful way.
Oh no.
He looks over at you. I am wonderful just as I am, excuse you. I was good enough for you the
You
other
are.
night. He mumbles this under his breath.
Just made an art.
So no one else has anything useful, I understand.
Something.
Oh my god.
It's not
I'm
useful for this.
looking.
He says something under his breath that you're pretty sure was some kind of jab about how Syntax is useless without like his fake leg. But he says it so quietly because you know that he knows he's an asshole if he says it too loud. So it's like he's
Incredible.
just saying it quietly because he's mad, but he also knows that he can't actually vocalize it because it's a dick thing to say. So he's like, fucking
What the fuck would tell you?
like he really like he has good fuel to use, but he's not quite angry enough to use it.
Fuck around and find out, Quintelius.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like he wants to fuck around but not find out, so he's doing it in the like quietest way possible.
Don't be a coward. Say it out
Nim
loud.
is gonna.
Yeah,
Nim
absolutely,
is
he's
gonna
a coward.
speak up.
Who do you
Oh
think
my
this
God.
is? Okay, Nim.
I can cast disguise self if we need to. I don't know, distract somebody. But it sounds like Evie has a handled with it.
Oh
with
yeah.
the
Evie,
invisibility.
you do your thing. And if things go wrong, Nim will be the distraction.
Gammon
Hey,
points on top of Astron's shoulders to the stall. It also looks like it's V there right now, not Kasem. So maybe they're working together, maybe they're not. He's definitely someone you can talk to. I don't know. Have one person talk, another person snoop.
That's true. Who wants to do talking? I'm tired of talking. I'm sitting down.
Do talking.
Perfect. I don't want to get down. And if you were snooping, I'd have to get down.
Oh, that's fine.
He like rests one hand on top of your head and like the other is like
Oh.
onward.
Aw,
I need to draw this immediately.
do it.
It's like the energy of like head tilted back, like cackling up, like, you know, that kind of.
I love it.
Yeah.
As
Like
it
the
should be.
maniacal, like he has a mount, he is unstoppable. Just like get him like a saute skewer that he holds as a sword, and then you're set. Like
Incredible.
There's
I
like
will
a
do
meat
that.
cube on it.
yeah, like with a meat cube at the end.
It was like a
Or an
kebab. at one
it'd be like an octopus like tentacle, because he sells sea fish, right? Or his mom does. Okay, sorry. I can't
Sea
art,
fish.
so my hope is that I just casually convince all of the players who can art to do it.
I will do my best.
No pressure. You don't
No,
have
I'm
to
gonna
at
do it.
all. But
No,
if
I'm
it
gonna.
does happen, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
gonna do it.
So you guys approach the Spicy Brothers. Meanwhile, who all is going covert espionage?
We're just sending the bird, I think.
Oh no.
Yeah, I think we're
Just
just
the
sending
bird.
you.
The
I mean-
bird.
Bird.
I mean, would it be good if one of us just went in there and talked like normal? So
Yeah,
that
I think
what
that's
I'm
what's
doing.
happening. Yeah, you two can go.
yeah, okay. Let's go. Let's go,
Take the
Evie.
baby.
Yeah,
Uh,
okay.
Gammon
The
like gives
weirdest
the
looking
biggest
one.
gasp of like insulted at this
Syntax
statement.
just flips this kid off. I don't
Uh,
care.
Gammon is like it's like
Like,
not
re-
clicking. He's like
I just like
"Right."
reach up, cover his eyes.
He's like
Keep going.
It means I
you.
love you.
As you like walk away, he like is like leaning back and points at you. And he just mouths like, "You are an angry person." And then
Go do my work for me.
and then they like go into the stall.
Oh my
Um,
goodness.
So good.
But
Gammon,
yes, I mean yes.
when we
Shut up. I'm drinking a lot of water because this lacerates my vocal cords. But
I
you
have
know,
no doubt.
anything
I'm
for
so
the
sorry.
art.
Gammon, when we go in there, can you please promise to let us do the talking
Oh yeah,
and not
no.
jump in?
Yeah, I
Rob,
didn't,
you
I
need
didn't
to
jump in
promise
last
me.
time.
I like hold up, like,
Oh,
will you
yeah.
pinky promise?
Emerson can only do one voice at a time.
Literally. I don't like having conversations with myself, so I'm not going to jump in.
Please do not jump in. We
Yeah, I
need
won't.
them to be
You're good.
unsuspecting.
I'm
of
honestly
anything.
just thriving on being tall, so we're good.
I'm glad. I'm glad. Happy to be of
Incredible.
assistance.
I don't understand how you don't hit your head on things.
It's interesting. It's a struggle. Nim has a much harder time.
Well,
Try
it also
having
has horns.
horns.
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't help either.
I've got a horn, or I will.
Will
He'll
you?
just like,
I like at
What?
the very
Will you?
tip of like the nose, like a single little horn.
oh, that's so
Um,
cute.
Not always. He's like, not always. Some kobolds do, some don't. Just like how some get wings sometimes. But they don't run in our family. So my.
I think you look very cool nonetheless.
Oh, thank you. But I'd look cooler with wings.
I mean, wouldn't we all though?
It's true.
Wouldn't we all?
There's
this
Evie
is
like, who?
true. I mean, Evie
Wait,
has
wait, Evie.
wings. Evie has wings.
Clearly,
Evie does has wings, and Evie is very cool.
Yeah.
clearly.
Some are also sorcerers. Mom
This is also
says
true.
magic is dangerous and should be left to
Magic?
not.
Magic can be dangerous, but it depends on who's wielding it. It depends
Mom
on the
wouldn't
person
like
using it.
that. That's like what people say who are like the bad egg.
Are you calling me a bad egg? Come on.
No, I'm just saying my
You-
mom probably would.
If you're going to call me a bad egg, you don't get to sit on my shoulder.
No,
anymore.
like I said, I'm just paraphrasing.
What,
I didn't
Gammon,
call you
your
any-
mom doesn't want you to use
But
magic?
you,
No, well, I mean, magic isn't great always.
you're
Lots
right
of
about that.
kobolds are not always treated very well by magic users.
So
It's
sorry.
just a thing. Many a time, a kobold has been bound into what is called familiarhood, and
Oh.
not the best.
No, I would think not.
Also, there's like the whole dragon thing, and culturally, apparently, kobolds we really like dragons. My family hasn't been dragon associated in a long time, but some kobolds, like the first dragon who like does magic, it's like, oh my god, dragon magic. Like same with like
Fair.
dragon soul sorcerers and stuff. Apparently, our descendants were like, oh my goodness, dragons, magic. Again, I don't know. We have been in the seafood business for like 7 generations, so it's been a while, but
It's impressive.
it is. Keep in mind, we only live at like 30, so.
Oh, well, that's fair. It's
I mean, that's a lie.
still
We
impressive.
we can live a long time. But we are small.
You're very adorable, and I mean that in a good way.
But we are also very breakable.
I know.
A
That's why
chicken
I'm
is
hanging
my
on to you.
size.
Yes, I know.
I can ride a chicken into battle.
Yes, I know. I think that's very wonderful.
I appreciate it, but it means chickens are like potentially life or death sometimes. You know, like if a chicken gets
know.
angry, that's like people don't get how
chickens are
closely
vicious.
related they are to dinosaurs.
Chickens are
They're
vicious.
the closest living relative to the Tyrannosaurus Rex. That is a
They
true
really are.
fucking fact.
I know. I know these.
Fun fact, that is actually true. The chicken is the closest living relative to the Tyrannosaurus Rex. Okay,
It is my
back to the
favorite.
game.
It's my favorite thing.
It's the best. Okay. No, but yeah, technically kobolds can live a very long time, but in lore they're very impulsive. And they have like at max like 6 hit points. Like they don't last long. They are minions. And they know it.
Yeah. I'm so stressed about it.
It's fine. This family seems to get out of the minion trade, so that's good.
That's good.
Okay. Evie, what are you doing? While this is all happening and Gammon is I hope a chicken kills this kobold. Jerry always hates any character that I make endearing. It's a fact.
You said so much.
It's
Yeah.
great. But yeah. What are you doing stealth wise, Evie?
As they get closer to the booth, she's gonna cast invisibility before they get there. Just like doesn't know that there is also a small burb following along, and we'll try to find the right opportunity to get behind and do a little snooping,
Yeah.
fully embracing the friggin' Velma sleuth going in.
Is that the real reason why you picked this job?
Not really, but I guess it is today.
you gotta roll with it.
I gotta roll with it, man. I already said jinkies. I gotta
Hell
gotta
yeah.
continue on.
Hell yeah. You lose your glasses, it's just you losing dark vision.
Yeah. My dark vision, no! I can't see without my dark vision.
Okay, you're invisible?
Yes.
I'm not even gonna have you roll a stealth check. Like, there's so much happening in this market that you're not. It's unless you like walk into the stall and like shove someone out of the way, no one's gonna catch you, right? You start rummaging around. What are you looking for in this stall?
That's a good question. I think anything that's like been stolen before, like or that we've seen, like the I forgot the name of it already.
Green onions,
Green
persimmons.
Yes. Potentially silks, because it maybe sounds like the old lady might have gotten a silk swipe from her as well.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Roll an investigation because you're rummaging around.
Okie dokie. Investigation. 15.
15. You're digging around, and you do eventually find, of all things, a small crate tucked underneath the stall. There's a small crate that has a basket of peppers on top of it. It seems very much so like it's been hidden away. The crate's really only like shoebox size. And you pop it open, and inside are a ton of small orange persimmons.
Okay.
What? Dickens.
Apparently, every time I say digging, he hears dicking.
Of course he does.
Evelina, stop dicking around in there.
No.
So you find a trove of persimmons. What do you do with them? Do you put them back? Do you take some? Do you what?
Evie will take one to show proof. I have some proof of look what I found.
Okay, cool. You box up the others, slide them back under, and slink on out of the Spicy Brothers booth. That is the only thing you saw there. Meanwhile, inside the booth, after a small dissertation on kobold politics and ethics, you guys come on in to V, who sees you all, Kaerthana especially, and smiles and waves. If it's not one of our winners from earlier. You handled those peppers like a champ, young lady. I hoped your owl friend would be here with you. I like to congratulate the winners personally, when I can. The event is fun, but it gets a little tiring after a while. Brother's running it on his own right now while I man the booth.
She said she'd be by later. She really wanted to look at the trinkets in the lucky amulets.
Yes. The Vaz lucky amulets, amazing. Vaz's husband is certainly a character, but he's amusing.
He definitely is. That's who we ran into.
Oh, did he start talking about adventuring? That's a new thing.
Yes.
That's a new thing.
We figured.
He wanted to seem cool for the Radiant Citadel. I think it backfired.
He admitted to that, actually.
Oh, he did. That's progress.
Mostly because we all called him on it immediately.
Normally he's only... Va calls him on his behavior, but others don't... it doesn't work all the time. But
That I can believe. I can believe that.
Yeah. But are you looking to pick up more peppers? Even more than the basket there?
I did not compete, so I was here wondering what all you sold here.
Well, it's mainly, as you guessed, peppers. But we also have things such as chutneys, curries, other dishes proper. This is our menu. He points at a wooden sign that we make in-house, but we also have lots of jarred. Just lots of different spicy things, so long as there's a kick to it.
Do you offer any samples before I commit to buying something?
Oh, certainly. What are you wanting to try? Gammon taps the top of your head.
Yes.
And he just points at one of the curry pots.
You want to try that one?
He nods.
Okay. I
You just see the very tip of his snout like going up and down, right? Because he's on top of your head.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I think we would both like to try that one.
He chuckles and gives you guys little like samples of it.
Just hand one up.
Yeah. You feel you feel
Come on,
just a
please do not
slight
spill.
you feel a slight dribble on top of your head, like right as he says that, and then you just hear, oh shoot, and then you feel like a little hand rubbing it out of your hair. Like
have white
it's a
hair.
very small dribble. Yeah, the more you have white hair, yeah. So the more he rubs, it's like, oh no, and you just feel it get more vigorous on top of your head.
Come on, stop.
And then he's like, nothing happened. There's
I can
nothing
feel
happened.
it. Just stop. It's fine.
And
We
yeah,
can fix it later. It's all right.
it's very green.
That's fine.
It's very green.
It's okay.
It's
It was
like,
an accident.
It's like 2 inches of just green.
Come on. Accidents happen. It's all right.
Okay. But I, oh my god, spoilers. You guys are actually, it's just Ratatouille now. But the.
Oh no!
um,
Oh no! God damn it! Oh my god!
Are you the only vendor in the night market that works in peppers?
We are, yes. My brother's going to. Sorry, I was going to say something, but I don't remember how I was going to word it, so it was just coming out weird. My brother certainly has built a business for us in that. That's for sure.
Just your brother?
Oh, no. Me as well, but he's always been a bit more into it than I have. He chuckles. He's smiling very warmly as he shows you a wedding ring on his finger. I'm moving on to bigger and better things.
Which is.
I'm getting married.
Congratulations.
Thank
Who's
you.
standing next to Nim? Whoever's standing next to Nim is gonna whisper, I thought they were brothers.
Oh my god!
Okay, you have
I don't know.
inspiration. I hate that, but you have inspiration.
Thank you.
It's the worst. I
Yeah.
love it.
Nim, you know
I
they're
thought the
twins,
same
right?
fucking thing.
Oh my god!
I
God.
hate
It's like,
it.
I know that's not what he means, but
If Syntax is there, he'll probably say it to Syntax.
Syntax is outside fixing his fucking arm from the cats. You
All
guys
right.
have your
He'll say it
feeling.
under his breath to anyone who can hear.
Though, if I'm being completely honest, he, because you guys have high renown, V just kind of like lets out a sign. He's like, to be completely honest, Kasem's a bit angry about my impending marriage. He thinks I'm making a mistake by leaving the family business.
Wait, well,
He thinks I'm going to hurt our stall and make it so that we go under. But I don't
Is
see
it-
how that could happen.
could it be just because it can no longer be called the Spicy Brothers? Plural?
I just think my brother resists change.
Mm,
It's not
Some
like
other
I'm
people
leaving
do.
the city. I'm still gonna live in the same city as the Dinsung night market. I'm just not running the stall anymore.
Everybody likes change, especially big change. And you have to admit this is a big change. I think if you talk it over with him a little more, it could help.
We've already tried that, and we already had a fight earlier this morning, but I'm going to keep at it.
Are you both all right now? I'm sorry to hear
It is
that.
what it is. Kasim's anger sometimes gets the better of him, and he will
Mm.
come up with just outrageous plans that don't always end well for him. One time
Kind
when
of
we were
plans.
brothers, one time when we were children, we were
When we were younger brothers.
Yeah. One time when we were children, we had a competition swimming in the local river. I won, and
Sure.
let's just say Kasem wouldn't leave the riverbank for the following 3 nights he swam, trying to better himself so that he could beat me. It ended up making him quite ill. He caught a cold from the chill of the night air. He's never does anything halfway.
Understandable.
But we love him for that, and I'd argue that's why the Spicy Brothers is as successful as it is. Sure, I'm the people pleaser and the one who people like to talk to more, but...
Which one of you is the older sibling?
We're twins.
Yes, I know, but there's always something.
Who came out first?
He chuckles. He chuckles. I did, which has been a point of contention. I say it doesn't matter. He feels as though it does.
Oh, please. Anyone with siblings know that it does matter.
Only when it needs to.
Exactly.
Roll, what's your passive perception?
Mine?
Yes.
13.
Okay, what is your passive perception, Nim and Karathana and Ryza? What is everyone's passive perception?
11.
Passive perception? 12.
14.
So only Ryza sees this. Gammon is slowly licking the curry out of Astron's hair. Because you do notice that it is true that, like, the saliva breaks down the curry a little bit. So, like, the saliva is actually getting it out of her white hair. And he, like, you saw this whole thing happen where, like, he accidentally, like, dripped some on his finger and it stained it a little bit, and then he, like, licked it off and he's like, oh, it's gone. And then he, like, had the thought, and it's, like, this, like, guilty, like, every once in a while he pulls up a strand and, like, licks it off and then puts it back down. But you are the only one, because he rolled a 14. You're the only one who sees this. He's, like, licking it clean and then putting it down, trying to do it when people don't notice.
I don't even feel it.
Nope. He rolled well. You don't feel it. He's trying to, like, mask it with his, like, casual movements, you know?
Oh.
You know, like, he's, like, drumming his fingers on the top of your head, but, like, as he's doing them, he's, like, pulling up the strand.
I love him.
So he's doing this whole, like, for him, this is, like, a big, sneaky endeavor. It's kind of gross, but it also works. Like, it is, the green spot is getting smaller, but it's kind of being replaced by a wet spot. But yeah.
Rice is just gonna stare at him and like a
he'll again, it'll be that dog what's in your mouth look when, like, one of his eyes meets yours with, like, a strand of hair, like, just in it,
just widens,
and then he just, like, and just, like, puts it back and then, like, pats your head, and then, like, at that point you feel him patting your head, but, like, he's been, like, drumming on it this whole time, so it's not that weird.
I look at Astrid and I'm just like, oh, if only you knew what was happening. And I'm not going to say anything.
I love it.
Jerry.
Yeah.
Gammon out here living out a dream. Ridiculous. Jerry.
I'm in my room, but I need to go home.
Right. But yeah. Is there anything else you'd like to talk to him about in this stall? Get any more peppers, chat more.
What exactly is in this one that you just gave us?
This
is very good.
He explains the ingredients. Yeah, I'm not going to tell you because
Tell
I
me
don't know.
every single KFC secret ingredient right now.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's curry. Curries are like a nightmare when it comes to ingredients.
Fair
but
enough.
he explains, like, the main ones. This is the, like, medium spicy one. It tends to pair well with seafood, which you get is probably why Gammon made you get it. But yeah.
Fair enough.
Damn, I'm fucking
Fair
hungry.
enough.
I know, same. I said this. And,
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I didn't realize it's almost 11 and we didn't take a break. Fuck. I thought we were going to get through this so much faster.
Whoopsie.
I
we'll
want to fight shrimp.
That is fair.
Would we think Evie is done, or are we
at
waiting
this point,
for Evie
you guys would know that she probably is done.
Then,
And Evie
Probably
is
like come
sitting
by and
outside
tap a leg or something.
Yeah.
oh yeah, then if that's the case, then after asking the ingredients, I'd say goodbyes and leave.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you head on out. Sorry, I just somehow pulled this off of my chair, and I'm trying to figure out how to put
Oh
it
my
back on.
god!
I was just like, I was fiddling, and then it came off, and I was like, what? Oh no.
Is this a real problem, or can it wait?
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to, is this a real? Okay, now it's bothering me. I need to fix it. Okay. So, you guys head to Madame Culp's Silk? Or are you guys going to talk about what you just discovered?
Ask Evie.
Mhm. Yeah.
Did you find anything, Evie?
She's still invisible because this thing lasts an hour for concentration.
Oh my
She's like,
god!
Did you find anything, Evie? I'm assuming you're with us.
I'm right here. I can leave this up if you want me to do more snooping, but I found this. And someone hold out the hand. And
Nim holds out hand.
Persimmon appears in your hand.
yeah. Because
Oh. Is this the only one you found?
no, there's a whole crate hidden behind in the stand.
Well, that's interesting.
No way.
Unfortunately, that was all I could
thief.
find, but there was a lot in there.
Well, what should we do about it?
That's a good question.
I need to check in with my mom.
Okay.
Do you?
Can we
I'll-
like walk that way and talk? Walk and talk?
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, Evie, do you want me to pick you up?
Sure.
Okay.
So you're just holding an
small ones.
invisible ball.
Well, yeah, he'll put her like on his shoulder, or where she won't fall off or something.
I love that it's there, but just invisible.
Mhm.
They're
I mean, do you want me to keep this up, or I can take it down, or
No, if we need
we
it for
might
anything
need
else
you to.
right now.
It's up to you, Evie.
if I could cast it one more time, but that's about it.
Do you?
Well, Gemon, do you think we'll be needing to do any more snooping?
Ah.
That's
guess I'll-
fair.
I'll just stay invisible for now, just in case.
As you guys
Alright.
walk by the noodle shop, Nim, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh shit!
Let's fucking go.
If you kill Evie right
Kill
now,
him.
Nim's gonna fall backwards, land on Evie, and Evie's dead.
And Evie, I need you to roll a perception check.
I was gonna say, yeah. There.
That's gonna be a 9.
one fear.
Awesome.
That is a soft 20.
Okay. Evie, you watch as a weird blue flying monkey creature
Oh fuck!
appears, having been invisible, nestled on top of the Zhonggun's stall, and its eyes just narrow and zero in on the persimmon in Nim's hand. As you watch, this thing jumps off and swoops down, snatches the persimmon, and then vanishes back into invisibility.
Son of a bitch.
You're the only one who rolled high enough to see this. For Nim, it was effectively a blue blur that just went in front of his face all of a sudden, and then is gone. The thing you saw is actually very similar to the blue flying thing in this artwork that, conveniently enough, is holding persimmons.
Fantastic.
Whoa. We did it. We solved the mystery.
Hell yeah. Well, Evie did. Did anybody else see it?
You hear this thing, Evie.
Hmm.
You hear a little chirp, some word. What languages do you speak?
Let's see here. I have Common, Draconic, Dwarvish, and Primordial.
You hear a chirp in a language you don't understand.
Man.
I will say, for the chirp, because it's right after all of this, everyone can roll perception checks.
Ooh.
A 17. That will also get it for you. What languages do you speak? 12 will not get it for you. 13 will not.
15?
15 will.
Natural 20.
Natural 20 will.
Ooh.
So everyone who succeeded, do any of you speak Sylvan?
No.
Okie dokie. You all hear a language that you do not understand.
Only have Elvish. Damn it.
Just a
Man.
little. And then,
Yum, 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 yum.
yeah, it does have that sound where, like, it's definitely being spoken while being chewed. You know? It's like, it almost sounds like if the sound of rustling leaves were made into a language.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What happened? Hello? Yes?
Nim's just like standing there with his hand open still, like
There's like little
stunned,
persimmon peel like in your palm. Like it's just
Oh.
Did anyone see what that was?
It was the blue monkey. It's
No
invisible.
shit. Where'd
It's
it go?
invisible.
I don't know. It went invisible. I don't know.
you hear angry
See it.
chattering.
Oh no.
Um
Ugh.
Uh-oh.
and then
Wait.
yeah.
Syntax is gonna cast Fairy Fire.
Ooh.
Oh.
I'm just gonna throw a freaking purple bath
You
bomb
watch
up in
as the
air.
fairy fire outlines this invisible creature.
Hey.
It's sitting on top of the Jangoon stall, and it seems to be staring at Evie's direction. It can't quite place where the voice came from because Evie's invisible. But it seems kind of frustrated as it's sitting eating this persimmon. You get the feeling that it didn't like being called a monkey. But again,
Emerson, if you're gonna be funny with it, Fairy Fire would also outline Evie.
Oh shit! Okay, so then at that point, it points a hand at Evie because it knows where the sound came from, and then it chatters
Oh
again.
no.
She's gonna point like, oh.
And then you watch as it pulls off a piece of the peel and throws it at you. It appearing
Alright.
once it lets go.
Nim will try to intercept it.
Yeah, I mean it's just a piece of peel. It won't hurt anything. It's just like they're just like annoyed and like throwing peels at you because you called it a monkey.
Yeah, but he wants to catch it and eat it. So.
Okay.
You just living his dog life.
Do you catch it in your mouth?
Yeah, he's trying. He'll
Okay,
try.
roll a dex. Acrobatics. Roll an acrobatics.
Let's
for me.
go.
What is this? A fucking Scooby snack? Are you just shagging Scooby-Doo?
It's absolutely a Scooby snack. Now I want Scooby snacks.
Even with a -2, that's a 16.
This thing like stops for a moment, cocks its head, pulls off another peel, and throws it like 2 feet in another direction, seeing like if you'll go
Gonna
for it.
mutter. Oh my god.
Incredible.
He does.
Yeah, and then like now you guys have entered this deal where it's like it's not throwing the good part of the persimmon. It would never do that. Like it's keeping that for itself. But this little invisible creature that's just like a glowing neon outline is just having an absolute blast, like making you run around to catch these things. And like every time you don't catch it, it like shakes its head. And every time you do catch it, it's like it like hops a little excitedly. Then you see
We're all just watching this.
yeah.
Is Gammon here?
Gammon is here and he's just like dumbfounded,
shoulders.
staring.
100 gold, please.
I mean, fuck.
Remember, you can't say that word.
Yes, you
Yeah,
can.
the mom is like, Gammon, and then he's like, no, look. And then she comes out and stares up, and then just like everyone's looking at it, and only then does this creature realize it can be seen.
Yeah. It only lasts a minute, so it probably goes away at that point.
Yeah, and then but it pops into appearance, and then it just like looks down at you all, big eyes. It extends a hand toward Nim for another persimmon.
Shit.
Nim, give it all your food.
Nim's just like, he pats his, he's like, I got it from them. And he'll like point at the Peppers Spicy Brothers stall. He'll point over there. I got it from them. They're stealing from someone else.
Holy shit.
The creature frowns and like looks at you, and its eyes flash a color for a moment, and nothing seems to happen.
Shit. Whoop. Did it try
Okay.
to use magic on you, Nim?
I don't know.
You take a step forward, and immediately, I guess your shoe was untied. You fall fucking face first on the ground.
It's a
Horns
bad luck
in the
monkey.
dirt, just like
Yeah, and like poor Evie
Oh my
had to do this ninja duck, like
Oh,
the
no.
roll to survive.
Yeah, I was gonna say if like Nim, she was probably writing like Nim as like the mechanical bull as like he's
Yeah,
going
yeah.
around getting that
Yeah,
like trying
Evie's
to
like
hang on.
squawking
like,
as yeah, so you like flap off. I forget you have wings, so you don't have to roll,
Yeah.
but it's just like a flurry of feathers as you just like settle on the ground. You can still be invisible if you would like. But you watch as two more of these little monkeys land next to this other one. Or I should say become visible next to this other one, looking as if they had just landed. And all three of them tilt their heads at Nim.
Nim's
And
horns
extend
are
their
stuck in
hands
the
again.
dirt. His horns are stuck in the dirt, and he's like trying
Yes.
to do a push-up to get himself off.
Absolutely. So then they look at the rest of the group, and they're like extending their hands.
Are they talking,
Dude.
Emerson?
They are talking,
Okay.
but it's
Ryza
in
does-
Sylvan.
Yes, Ryza does speak Sylvan.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank God.
I just didn't
They're like,
ask the
more
total.
persimmons? More persimmons? Do you have more persimmons for us? Do friends have more persimmons for us?
Oh my
because if
God.
friends do have more persimmons for us, we'll do whatever your friends want. You want us to do? Do you want us to sabotage another booth? We'll do that. We'll do whatever you want us to do. It's fun. It's fun and games. We're persimmons.
So Ryza's hearing all this information and is like, oh, okay. She's gonna turn to the group and be like, hey, they just said they want more what's it, persimmon? More persimmon.
Persimmon! You say persimmon and they like all
Yeah.
squeak in unison.
They're
Absolute
really mad
gremlin
that they
energy.
don't have more persimmons.
Oh.
But they'll do anything for persimmon.
Can you ask them where they found persimmons before? If they
Where?
remember?
Yes. Let me ask. I'm gonna ask.
The man in red brought us down from the mountains with persimmons. Promised
Oh,
lots
man
of
in red.
persimmons. He said, come to this new land of persimmons. There are not many persimmons. We have been misled.
Oh, I'm sorry
But
to
the
hear
man
that.
still gives some persimmons, so it's not the worst. But
If
this
they,
land was supposed to be land of persimmons.
I see. So
There are no more
A man-
persimmons here than there were in the other night market.
it would be better if they led everyone to where the persimmons are than us pointing it out.
Do you know where the persimmons are? Do you know where
We
the, do you
where
know?
they all are.
Yes, in the spicy man's tent.
Oh, sorry, I should emphasize. I'm responding. They technically Rise is the only one who knows what they're saying.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's right.
That's true, that's
I'm
right.
fucking sorry.
No, I was responding, but
I forgot.
they understand common. It seems like, but they only speak Sylvan.
Okay.
Sorry. Same persimmon. This was supposed to be a land of persimmon, but there's not a lot of persimmons. There is actually the exact same number of persimmons that we have gotten here. All from the man in red.
Oh,
Ryza, what are
okay.
they saying?
Oh, so they're saying the man in red led them down from the mountains with the promise of a land of unlimited
Persimmons.
The
persimmon.
man in red,
English.
the spicy man.
I look over. Is it the one of the Pepper brothers?
All three of them point in unison to the side, and that's where you guys see Kasem walking back to his booth as he just kind of like snaps over and like makes eye contact, and looks shocked, and then proceeds to fall flat on his face.
Busted.
Yes, him. Is that the one?
Yes. He did not give persimmons just now. He got punished. We want more
Oh.
persimmons.
Okay. So yes, they confirmed that's him. He's the one that let them down.
There's a bunch.
talk to him
Evie said
before he
there's
leaves.
more.
Evie, where are they?
They're in the Spicy Brothers booth in a crate, like hidden
He
behind
has
there.
a crate. They all look at each other. He has a crate. And then they just like
What are
take
they
off in the
saying?
air.
We all hear that.
Yeah, so it has the same vibe of like the bats spiraling out of Dracula's lair.
Oh my
right?
god!
But it's these like three monkeys taking off and spiraling and disappearing as they go invisible.
Amazing.
And then you just hear Kasem on the far side. Oh no. And then you watch as his booth just collapses.
Yes.
Like the entire
incredible.
thing,
Oh.
and like a poof of dust goes. Boom. And
Where's me?
you watch as just the box floats into the air alone, and then one of the things comes into view holding the box up in this like very almost like religious reliquary, like praising it.
I'm imagining the dodo bird from Ice Age 1 with the melon.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh.
The
Um,
last man.
it is absolutely that. There goes our last female. But it's absolutely that same energy as like one's holding it up and the other two almost are doing like almost a dance around it. And then they like dive into it like a carnivore carving into an injured animal. Like it's kind of morbid. Like they rip it apart and pull out the persimmons, and it's like the whole like raining in persimmons, like rolling and like, you know. Meanwhile, a small sort of clearing has formed around them as everyone just stares at these fucking creatures, trying to process what the hell is going on here.
Evie
Don't
will probably
worry.
become not invisible anymore at this point. It's like, well, this is not needed.
Can Astrid walk over to Kasem if he's still on the ground?
Yeah, he's crying.
I'll put Gammon down.
Gammon runs
just-
over and kicks him
Oh,
in the
God.
forehead.
Oh shit!
It's not that hard. His,
I know.
but it's
I mean,
still
he's got
it's
claws,
hard and
though.
it's still bad. Like it's not good. He's just like a red mark on his forehead. He's like, "This is for sabotaging the family stall." And then he storms off. And then he picks up a persimmon peel, pelts him in the face with it, and then
Fantastic.
storms back.
I'm just gonna kneel down and look at him. Would you like to explain yourself?
Before you're thrown off the island.
If the noodle shop and Shangun, if one of them was convinced to sell, then I would have a stable place in the market, even without my brother.
You truly believe that your stall would go badly without your brother? You believe it that much that you'd be willing to sabotage others?
Well, it's a precaution.
Precaution for whom?
It's the only way we have to make money. The only way I have.
I thought
It's
the only
my
way
life.
for you to make money is for your wares.
Well, yes, that's why I did all of this.
I'm having trouble
What an
seeing the
insecure
correlation.
little man.
I'm having
He just
difficulty
looks-
seeing the correlation.
He just looks down at that as you say that. You see a couple of the people kind of pull out those staves that the other military had when they first greeted you here. Some people at the night market are obviously also part of this militia. And they come over to him and get him to his feet. They're like, come on, you'll explain this to our higher-ups, but also we're gonna need your help wrangling up those 3 things you smuggled in. And he gets let off. Meanwhile, you just see a persimmon peel fall from a very great height.
Oh.
As you hear the cackles of these creatures flapping off into the rest of the city.
Nim finally gets his horns unstuck from the dirt.
Oh.
The mother comes over and just extends a small bag of coins to you guys. Well, I promised 100 gold.
Oh.
It's very kind.
That's very... Your son is a delight, by the way.
Well, thank you. He's quite a handful, but...
Oh, we love him very much. He's been wonderful.
If you want, we can take him off your hands.
Now, hold on.
Let's not. He's, I'd prefer to keep him with me. She looks at you like, no shit.
So,
Like,
you don't... Syntax will just kind of lean over. Like, yeah, it's a joke. It wasn't a serious.
yeah.
So, you should tell him you love him more often and what a sweetie he is. Because you were mean earlier, and I think he deserves an apology.
How was I mean? The kids tried to steal onions. Sure, he thought they were stolen first, and they were, but...
You
Sounds
made him
like
believe that they were stolen. He's just trying to make you proud. And he's
It's
a kid. He's
true.
acting like a kid. He doesn't know
Perhaps
better.
you're right. She stomps on off, and she's like, come on. He kind of like perks up and runs on into the booth. You see her kind of like ruffle the top of his head a little bit as they head further into the booth.
Oh,
Until
we
they're
did
out
a
of sight.
good- Did we do a good thing?
I
think we
think,
did.
I think so.
think
Oh my
so.
gosh. What a
Astrid
weird
just
feeling.
gives one more wave to Gemon.
He just waves back a little sheepishly and then says sorry as he like pantomimes the top of your head. Now you feel
Now,
it's
what's
very
wrong
wet.
with your hair?
It's like been slicked down on top.
Like a look.
Also,
There's
thank
nothing-
you, Polar
nothing a bad
Knights.
little
Yeah.
Thanks, first time
Ooh.
chatting we just saw, but thanks for watching, and thanks. Yeah, it's the day after Halloween, so we figured we'd throw on some outfits. Yeah. But yeah, what was Astrid doing? Sorry.
Just nothing a bath wouldn't fix.
I mean, the kid's cute, but he's a little overly energetic, says Quintilius, a little bitter that he wasn't the center of attention.
Quintilius, you and that child are the same person.
Essentially.
Quintilius, you're welcome to also sit on my shoulders if
That's what's
you feel
funny
short.
is that's a very meta joke.
Quintilius is like,
Damn.
doesn't know how he feels about this offer. He's like, I'm not a child.
I
He
know,
is
I'm
16, by the way. So he is a child. But yeah.
If you were feeling left out, I wanted to leave the offer open.
I'll sit on your shoulders, Astrid.
Ma'am, I don't know how to tell you this.
I want to see
You are a
that.
little too tall.
Oh, okay. I understand.
We can attempt it another time, but I am tired.
Speaking of, I am kind of beat.
Yes,
I think I'm going to head back to the place because we have to meet with Mr. Spooky, whatever his name is, tomorrow.
Can we get the bolt of cloth and then be on our way?
Yes, that's smart. He just does the like, come on, like to you guys to move you guys along. Even though he was arguably slowing you guys down the most. You guys do get to the salesman. There, Madam Culp, your sash is everyone when you come in, they're like, hey, the winners! And then you also hear, aren't they also the ones that found those, the winlings?
Yeah, we did that and we won the pepper thing. We're practically gods amongst you.
I don't know about that.
You know what, just for giggles, roll a persuasion for me.
No!
Oh,
Just for giggles. I
On
want
the
to see.
astral plane, you can't say that.
My
No,
persuasion rolls have been good. I deserve a bet. Yeah, that one's not good. It's a 9.
Okay. You guys, yeah, I mean, nothing bad happens from that. You guys were going to get an extra bolt of
shit.
silk if you had, like, crit.
Ah.
But,
Yeah.
no, I wasn't going to punish you for that. That's totally not even the worst thing Syntax has said this session. Like,
No.
I mean, I can't recall anything else right now, but I'm sure there was
No, I
something
know.
worse.
I've been a good boy.
Yeah, this Syntax has been a, okay. But
Listen up. Pick out whichever one you like most, and we can make a new costume for you, and we can do it together this time.
All right, I'd like that Syntax.
What kind of fabric? Yes.
are
What is the pattern?
Are these bolts? Are they more solid, Emerson? Are there some patterned
so
ones?
honestly, you can find pretty much anything that you want here. She is a very good seamstress. So not seamstress, weaver.
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 Evil.
Weasel.
Also, thank you so much for the follow, Polar Knights.
Yes,
we
thank
really
you.
appreciate it. But yeah, you can find pretty much anything here. So whatever pattern you're looking for, you can dig around and find it. What this will mean is this is mechanically glimmer weave. So what glimmer weave is that it can do effectively, think Hunger Games, like Katniss's outfits, how it can like show like fire and all this stuff, but there's not actually fire there. It's that kind of thing. So glimmer weave is you can effectively make it have shimmers of different colors, of almost like holographic looks to it. So it can look like the entire gown is made out of flowing, rippling water. It's technically silk, but it's magically imbued. So whatever you do make out of this will be counted as glimmer weave. And you can decide what that looks like. Effectively, you can make the thing look as magical as you want. It just won't have any actual mechanical benefits to it. So if it's flowing water, it's not made of water, so you're not going to get resistance to fire, right? But it will look like you're wearing a dress made of water. So there's some cool stuff to it. That's mechanically what these fabrics are. So like there's one that you spool it out and it just looks like flames. And like as you move it, it kind of almost looks like dancing flames, right? But it's technically silk. So it's lots of stuff like that. It's really impressive and also kind of makes sense why a bolt is 50 gold. But yeah. You can get whatever you want. You also can just say you get a bolt of silk, and then whenever you guys make it into something, you can determine what it is then. I don't want to like lock you guys down now because I know that a lot of
is gonna buy one.
Yeah. So you can get whatever you want, and then again, just know that this counts as like glimmer weave. You get one for free as a group, and then you can buy more. Each one will make one person's outfit. I will say you can probably make an Eevee outfit for half of a roll. But that's not all that practical because everyone else needs a full roll. But yeah.
Syntaxes looks like just swirling galaxies.
Hell yeah. That's awesome.
Ooh, that's actually really fucking cool. Yeah.
No surprise, Kay Arthana is going to be drawn to the fire.
Yes.
Like the weaves that are like dancing flames. She's going to pick one that is scarlet with a gold trim.
Ooh.
A revenge outfit.
Oh,
Villain era.
Villain era, you gotta fuck over Rubina.
Hell yeah.
If you guys are okay with it, I know we didn't technically take our break, and we're also over time, but I would like us to at least get to you guys meeting Shad so that we can pick up their next session.
Yeah.
Is that okay with you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can skip the shrimps, I guess.
Is that okay? Because I want to get us to a point where I know it's not Chad, it's SHAD. You missed it. I realized I named it very close to that. And I feel that, Polar Knights. Thank you. I realized it sounded like Chad after I had officially named it and said it in game. And I was like, if Jerry was here, he would have called it out immediately. Fabled Rebel is one of our players who, unfortunately, because of work schedule, can't really play with us as often anymore. But what's nice is with work schedule and whatnot, he's oftentimes able to still be in chat. So he's still here, even though, unfortunately, he's not here playing with us. But yeah. So if you guys are okay with that, I just want to get going with that a little bit because I want to, I believe my sister will be back next session. Absolutely. So I kind of want to try to be as close to going back to the school as possible. Question. We might be able to fully finish that scene in the next half hour, or we can just introduce it and leave it there. It depends on the time that you guys have.
Good. I'm cool to do whatever.
Do people need to go? Deja, you need to go?
I would prefer if we can get to the scene, but maybe not go through the whole thing. I feel like whenever we assume it's going to be short,
it always ends up being longer. Absolutely.
That's true.
That's fair.
Sounds perfect. I wanted to kind of just do this is who they are, and then we'll pick up their next session. Because that also makes it so we can possibly do that conversation and then jump back and have our other players join back in with us. So after the night market, you guys head back to your sort of apartments. The 4 beds, you guys figure out how you're dividing them and all of that. And the following day, you are invited into the Radiant Citadel proper. You are directed toward what is called the Preserve of the Ancestors. This is an entrance at the base of the crystals that actually opens up into an area inside of the crystal. Now, as you're heading into this, it's fascinating because you had heard earlier that this crystal the city is built around, the auroral diamond, can't be broken, can't be chipped, anything like that. And yet here is, it's hollowed out. There's an entrance into it. It seems quite natural. It doesn't seem carved, but regardless, something hollowed this out. As you step inside, you see what almost looks like a large savanna of sorts, stretching off, a big nature preserve inside. You're directed off to one side of this preserve where you go down into this little small valley. You notice as you're heading down that a small amphitheater is built into this valley proper. It looks like a potential meeting space, but feels very much so like a, I guess a Greek forum is a good way to think of it. This inside space is so expansive, the ceiling so far above you with this sort of radiant light that it feels almost like walking through a field of grass in around like sunset or sunrise. In the center of this forum stands a man. As you approach, he bows his head, his white and black robes hanging off of him. He seems relatively old, probably in his 60s or so. Not super old, but wizened, I guess. He looks over at you all. I did not expect any individuals from Ilendara to arrive here at all. Apologies for not being able to meet with you yesterday. I had some pressing concerns regarding a private property of mine.
Ooh. Are you also from Ilendara?
I am the speaker for Ilendara here, but I have made it clear that I want this space separated from Ilendara until Ilendara is ready to connect with it.
Did we do something wrong?
He gestures for you all to come closer. Please, let's talk, let's talk closer.
Ooh, secrets.
You all are from... Well, I think it is important that we are all honest with one another. And when I say all honest with one another, I mean you all honest with me. How did you arrive here?
That's a good question. Okay.
By accident.
Elaborate. Where precisely were you?
She's gonna pull out her new weird shard that she still doesn't fully understand what it is. We were at our school at Strixhaven, and
He puts up a hand. That is precisely my concern. I have gone through great lengths to make sure that no one at Strixhaven is aware of the Radiant Citadel and not able to communicate here.
There.
I take it, then, that it is your intrusion in my private laboratory I detected yesterday.
Is that what that place was?
I am Shad, or at least that's what I go by here, but you probably know me better as Shadrick Silverquill. Founder of the Silverquill College. One of your 5 founding dragons, to be precise.
Wow.
And we'll leave it there.
What?
Yay.
Drad the magic dragon.
Yeah. So it's Shadrick Silverquill, but he goes by Shad here.
What a loser. What a nerd.
Again, I will say the version of him that you are familiar with.
Oof.
Ew. Yeah. That's what I was imagining.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's an asshole.
I love the owl hair.
Yeah, it's great, right? This was a commissioned art piece. The artist did absolutely amazing. Same as Animo.
Same artist?
Same artist, correct.
Damn.
Wow,
They really popped off with this one. Holy fuck.
She's amazing. And with this piece, I definitely did... I gave her the official artwork for the character and said, make them a human, go. So they did wonderful because, again, they are a dragon.
Yeah.
Specifically, let me see if I can get the artwork to show you guys.
I get dragon vibes.
Right? She did great. I wasn't going to reveal that this was a dragon, but then you guys also weren't supposed to go to the Radiant Citadel. He was supposed to go to you guys.
We're so good at being adventurers.
So again, that's what I mean by, like, there was definitely a route for you guys to go to the Radiant Citadel. I just wasn't expecting it to happen.
So we could afford some of this expensive stuff.
Yeah. Oh, dang, I didn't save the image. Shoot. Let me get it then from the thing. Sorry. It is a cool art piece, so I do want you to see it.
First thing we'd say, we stole your armor and rock.
Oh shit.
You guys are funny. But yeah, so here, I'll show it on our virtual tabletop so everyone can see it. So this is what he presented himself to you as. However, the renditions of what you guys have seen of him within Silverquill campus and all of that, and just throughout history, has been this.
Holy shit.
A spiraling, a white dragon with this sort of black ink magic and all of this. So this is his, quote, true form, as you guys would know. But Shadrick's Silverquill is in his human form, talking to you.
Wow. They did an amazing job.
It's really good.
Yeah, there's another piece of him as well. I just don't have it on hand right now. And yeah, as far as Polar Knights, just so you're aware, we are adapting some official D&D and Magic the Gathering artwork and characters and whatnot into a homebrew setting. So a lot of the artwork we're using is official Wizards of the Coast because they own both D&D and Magic the Gathering, and we're mixing it together. So for example, Strixhaven is a Magic the Gathering set that they made a source book for D&D, and we took that magical college and just plopped it in our homebrew setting. So all these characters are similar but different from their official versions. But yeah. So if you're a fan of Magic or D&D stuff, you'll see stuff that's similar, but not quite the same. Hopefully a fun sort of twist on that. But yeah, thank you all. And this is just why I wanted to get here and stop so that we had that fun little name drop. And then, yeah. But yeah,
Happy Halloween.
Yeah. So I will say, because we do have a new person in chat and we have obviously very few followers or viewers, but regardless, we love each and every one that we do have. I feel as though you should see what our characters look like, because our players are amazing. And as such, so is their artwork. Our art for our characters was done by Carly, And then Melody and Alexa both did their characters' artwork. So it's really impressive, super cool. I can't get over how incredibly talented each and every one of them are, and it's upsetting. And like a good upsetting, but it's still upsetting. Yeah, they're incredible. They're an amazing set of people. So I'm just making sure I pull everyone's token or characters so that I'm not messing that up later. Okay, so I have 3 there.
Yeah, we need to just keep tokens just out in the corners.
I normally do. I just kind of messed it up this time. And then I plan on putting the character pictures by your guys' names. I want to redo our layout for our stream, but I just haven't yet because life is a thing that gets overwhelming. Hey, okay. So first up is the amazing Trent playing Syntax. This is his artwork, if it loads. This one was done by Melody as well.
He's a spicy boy.
Yeah, he is a awesome tiefling with a whole bunch of like prosthetic limbs and all of that, like clockwork and whatnot. Super cool, incredible, and yeah, he's saucy. He's saucy boy. Next is let's do Ryza. Ryza is an absolutely amazing ASMR. Yeah, I'm always like, how am I supposed to say it, right? Okay, but this is Ryza. She is amazing, played by Dylan. And thanks, you guys are very sweet. Thank you, Polar Knights, and the local goth Melody. Thanks. Yeah, ASMR, absolutely. You're right, Jerry. Next is Kaerthana, Deja. Deja is a half-elf. Oh, sorry. Syntax is a artificer. Ryza is a druid, right? And then I don't know why that was so hard for me for a second there. Kaerthana is a wild magic sorcerer who got us to this location because she flung us into the astral plane. We do, on a side note, have a Discord linked that you're more than welcome to join. It also, we have a YouTube that has our backlog of episodes. There's one episode missing because I messed up and it got erased from...
the hidden episode.
Yeah, the hidden episode. But we do have that stuff. It's not super well organized. It's there. It's not like amazingly pretty yet, but it will be one of these days. But it is there. And we have everything on our YouTube up to what Twitch currently has available to stream. And we're slowly moving them over, making sure that I don't miss one again. But yeah, so that is Kaerthana, the amazing wild magic sorcerer who flung us into a different dimension. Next is Asterin. Asterin is our latest player. She was an amazing individual in our chat and friends of both Melody and Jerry. And so eventually we just, as Jerry kind of became less able to play, we slid Alexa on in.
I replaced him.
No. I mean, no. If Jerry comes back, Jerry will also be here. It's just then it'll be a lot of players, and I'll just be crying in a corner. Happy that all of you are here, but also overwhelmed. This is Astrin. If it loads, it loaded on my end. Okay, there. Astrin is an amazing rogue, dark elf rogue, who is connected to some criminal organization that we don't really know much about. But it's fun, and it's like Roaring Twenties, but yeah. Super fun. There's some fun stuff with narrative there that Astrin knows, but others don't. That's a lie, actually, the other person also knows, but the rest of the group doesn't know. But next is Evelina, Evie, played by Carly, who is an owlin and the cutest creature on the planet. She's about 2 feet tall.
Still funny.
And almost died the first episode.
Yeah, first episode got hit with by a mimic that like just opportunity attack. She was trying to leave the Mimic's area, and it just whack, and she was in death saves. It was great. I felt like a great DM. But yeah, amazing. She's our wizard. Understudy. And then Nim, our spooky boy, who doesn't know how to bathe. Nim is a hex blood, so he is a individual who's been cursed by this weird magic and transformed into this being with 6 eyes and poor hygiene.
He wasn't cursed with that. That's just him.
Yeah, but he's a whole dude. But
just a guy.
Just an absolute fella who recently found a cursed rock that really was mean because Melody doesn't roll well. And she got the thing that makes all of her rolls worse. Yeah.
Someone will figure it out eventually that he's cursed and not just weird.
Yeah, that's fair. Nim is Yeah.
It will take a little bit.
It will, a little bit.
Yeah.
And yeah, the eyes, the horns, all of it, that's all Melody right there. That's not a default D&D class or anything or race. She's like, I want it to look like this. How can what make look like? And except she used actual English. Now, I told...
No, I think that was it, actually.
I told Deja that I wouldn't take forever, and she knew better. So I should probably call it here before...
Should we at least show Imogene? Because Imogene's
oh, yeah,
still
fuck.
here. Oh,
yeah,
Giuseppe.
I mean, sorry, language. No, this is...
No, they're not here.
Yeah, we cuss a lot. Imogene, Jerry, the guy who's not here, plays a Jim Dragonborn who is kind of indefinitely not here, but he may come back. My
what
sister...
A square.
Yeah. My sister also plays with us as well, but they've been very busy because they're a choreographer and it's been Hell Week for shows that they are choreographing. But they will be back next week, theoretically, or the week after. I don't know how long this current Hell Week goes. But they're playing just a little fella. Let me get the artwork for him. He is... Oh, yeah, sorry. Imogene is a monk. And the Jim Dragonborn has, like, the cool floating horns. It's super awesome. Coincidentally enough, he's also the only one in the school founded by the guy you just met. So it's almost like I planned this whole arc around the idea of having someone in this college. And then they left. I'm not bitter. Last is my sister's character. He's 14 and a prodigy going to this school because the youngest you can go is like 14. And he is, yeah, I mean, to be fair, I did plan a lot, Jerry. And then you just conveniently weren't there, but I had already put things in motion. So, like, oops. Also, I'd like to point out this was supposed to be very Witherbloom, and then you guys actually uncovered the truth of what's happening and went Silverquill. And I was like, shit, that was my semester 2. Like, now I don't have anything for semester 2, guys. Semester 2 is going to be very boring and skip through so we can get to year 2.
Yeah, you could just say we semester 2'd it up.
Yeah, I honestly, to be honest, I probably will, because I wanted to hit semester 2 for Halloween. Because year 2 for Halloween, because year 2 is our horror arc.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I probably will do that, kind of move us through maybe one session of RP for the semester, and then, yeah. But this is my sister's character, Giuseppe. He is a Eladrin druid as well. But yeah. Those are all of our characters when the whole group is here. But yeah, it is very much the vibe of the Rabbitfoot in Rings of Power. He loves nature, doesn't really get social interaction super well. He's just a kid. My sister plays him super well. It's hilarious. I never know what she's going to do, and it's mildly terrifying. And then there's Syntax. I never know what he's going to do, but it's not mildly terrifying. It's fully terrifying.
It's
He'll lick some. He'll just lick stuff and be mean.
Yep.
That's it.
Oh, this is, I forgot I had this artwork here. This is what the area looks like that you're in, just minus the like crystal tiger. But it's this kind of like space.
What do you mean the crystal tiger's not there?
They are, but that's not what you're meeting with. The crystal
super
tiger
sad
and
about
crystal
it.
tree are not what you're
Dang.
meeting with. But
I'm
those
super
things
sad
you
about
do
that.
see crystal creatures like moving around in the distance and whatnot.
We're bummed about the tiger now.
Nim is my son,
Yeah.
not my sister.
Oh, my
I have
sis.
I have a tendency to make my characters look a little bit like me, though. So.
But yeah, thank you again. We have a Discord linked on our Twitch, so you're more than welcome to join us there and chat through the Discord. We play every Tuesday. The only times we won't play is if there's enough conflicts that there's only 3 players remaining. If that's the case, we'll postpone the session. Normally we start at 7:30 Pacific Standard Time, sometimes 8:30 if something happens, but typically most always it's 7:30.
No, it's not.
Well,
It's 8.
Okay, but we hit the like we're starting soon. We were good at starting at 7:30 for like 2 months there. It's just recently. But yeah, once a week, that's all we do. We aim for kind of 7:30 to 11. It typically ends up being like 8 to 11:30 or 12. But yeah, it'll be fun. And I hope you join us. And until next time.
Until next Tuesday.
Yeah, until next Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday.
See you guys.